Hmm. Oh, Newton, you need to. Let me see. Okay, now it seems like he's coming, but the network is bad. All right, so I hey everybody, thank you for watching. This is Jefferson. Today I'll be interviewing Newton. I think he's trying to come on, but the network seems to be bad. So hopefully he will get on at some point. If not, he can get off and come back again. But um yeah, as you can see, he's loading, but it's the network is bad. Maybe his location, the network is something. But anyway, thank you for watching. Today, I'm going to be interviewing this Liberian. This guy, he's when we talk about patriotic Liberian, he's one of those people. I just can't wait. Hopefully, he connect to our platform. The internet work for him because okay, he's on here now. How you doing, my brother? Can you hear me? I think you need to something your mic. I think your mic is muted or something. We can't hear you. I think I heard you a few minutes ago. You can hear me? I'm hearing you. I'm not hearing you right now. It looks like he's not hearing me. Um, I think it says something about your mic was something or muted or something.
See my mic? Okay, hold on. It's
Oh,
coming on,
now
so
I can
let's see.
hear you. Now I'm hearing you. I think maybe it's the network too because you're not moving. Oh, praying is ready to. So just so you know, I'm bringing somebody on
Yeah.
to work with our life, and he will help me interview you because he's somebody that's supposed to be my co-host today.
I'm
Okay.
his Ferrari big brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many big brother do I have? Unless I'm seeing Newton now. Yeah,
Yeah.
but let me introduce our guests, and then I'll talk about my co-host because that's his first time coming on here, the favorite big brother.
Okay.
This guy? Let me say now he remind me about little joke people. I had to bring the guy on the show, and I'm talking about my brother here, Prince. I had to bring him on the show because he and I we lived together for more than I think 8 9 years as a roommate in the
Oh,
U.S. here. So
oh wow.
he had all the debt to bury me. So some type of thing, blackmailing was going on. So I said, okay, I'll bring you on the show. You can advertise your
I told
business.
him if you don't bring me on the show, I'm gonna tell the people I used to. No, I will keep it for later.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
sure.
Keep it.
the man.
Yeah.
The man is Mr. Hollywood, so I'm keeping everything that
So
tomorrow
keep
I
it.
can get
Yeah.
the
Keep it
paparazzi from
confidential.
Yeah, keep it confidential. Yeah, Prince.
Keep it
Uh,
confidential.
Yeah. So this show today is about Newton, and this guy's story is inspiring too. Besides being a businessman who is helping Liberians, so I hope you guys watch, you share this live because his story will inspire a lot of you. He will talk more about Liberian business, how it is doing business in Liberia, some of the businesses he's doing, and he is also involved in his community. I'm going to ask him all those things today, and hopefully, we will have a very good chat. My brother, just consider this as a casual chat with your little brother. So there's no pressure. My viewers are always easy. They're easygoing. Unless you start saying something else, like with other people, you start hitting on all the other politicians, then probably you'll hear somebody. But this is an open platform. We will talk about your businesses. How you doing today before we get started?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I just barely came back from church, so I'm feeling really good. So yeah, thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you for the heads up. Thank you for letting me know too that you were coming. And, you let me know. So can you tell people a little bit about you before we get to things that we are doing? Before we get to
Yeah.
the main part of the interview and you're
Right.
talking about
Yeah.
your businesses?
Yeah. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. My name is Newton Gborway. I was born in Liberia. My mother is from Grand Bassa. My father is from Bon County. Of course, he was also for Grand Bassa, but migrated to in Bon County, Cocoya, Euro time. That's where we are from. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in the Civil War, in short, when I was 10 years old, I ran away from my parents to Sierra Leone. So I live in Freetown as a 10-year-old kid. I went to high school. I went to high school in Freetown. I met a lot of great people that helped me in Sierra Leone. I also joined the Latter-day Saint Church in Sierra Leone when I was 10. And then I found my way through, from Sierra Leone. I'm here in the United States. There's a lot of stories, but I'm not going to take time to go through all of them. But the moral of the story is that to be a 10-year-old child, living
Mhm.
all by yourself, no mother, no father, no brothers and sisters, and just living just day to day with the help of other people. I
Yeah,
think that's really inspiring. And for me to make it all the way here to the United States, I think
yeah.
that's awesome.
So all the struggle that you went through, one of the things that inspired me more about you, for me, I'm all about Liberia. One of the things that inspired me about you is your mindset about Liberia. When you're talking to a lot of Liberian, there are a lot of negativity, and some of them actually go through all the problems. Some of the issues we will talk about too, because everything is not about milk and honey in Liberia. Being a Liberian, you go through some things that we need to talk about, and also hope that our government, some of the officials, watch these things and want to do something different. But with everything that you went through in Liberia, the struggle and everything, you find yourself in the United States and still didn't forget about Liberia. You wanted to go back and do business there. What inspired you to say, you know what, that country didn't, you didn't say that country didn't give me nothing. Me, I'm not going there. But you actually decided to go back and do something. What was the main reason behind that?
So one of the American president, he stated that I just forget him, but he said, I think it was Kennedy or somebody that said that what can I do for my country, not what the country can do for me.
Yeah.
So people need to understand that, I was born in Liberia. So when I look at Liberia, instead of me comparing Liberia with, oh, look at Ghana, look at Nigeria, look at these places, what can I do to improve Liberia without attaching it to the government? What is my own role as an individual?
Yeah.
So what really keep me going is the fact that I'm from Liberia. I'm proud to be a Liberian, and I always think about what can I do to make a difference. Now, if I can make it, I don't have to build mansion in Liberia. I can go talk to a group of soccer kids and tell them, how life is. I can pay school fees for other kids and family. I can feed families, and that's my own contribution. So I don't have to rely on the government for the
Yeah.
government to do everything. So for some who have traveled into different countries and stuff, we have seen
Yeah.
the impact of community. So
Yeah.
I love Liberia, and I decided, that's where I come from. So one thing that I never forget throughout my journey was where I'm from. I was
Yeah.
always thinking about where I'm from, and if I make it, what would be the difference that I can make so that I can empower other people. So that's
Yeah.
something that will always be on my mind. Like, so instead of making comparison here and there, what would be my contribution? Not what Liberia can do for me, not
Yeah.
what I can get a job in Liberia. What can I do for Liberia so Liberia
Yeah.
can look great tomorrow?
Yeah.
Whether if it's a little community, whether even if it's three people, even if it's two people, So to answer your question, yes, I always think about what can I do to
Yeah.
improve my country, what I see in other places.
Yeah. So I think the mindset of other people that come here and say, well, that country didn't do nothing for me,
Mm.
or the whoever is in power, that person not doing nothing. So don't waste your time, my brother. I think the people don't have this mindset that we have that says it's not about what Liberia gave us, it's what we can give Liberia and how we can influence people to want to do something better. One of the reasons I just want to tell the viewer, one of the reasons Prince is here, Prince is also a business guy in Liberia. He has a lot of businesses there, and he's one of the Liberian. That's what I was telling somebody on social media recently. I say all the bloggers you'll see online. We started these things on YouTube when Liberia used to have bad image. Prince has about 3, 4 YouTube accounts just to promote Liberia, to promote Africa, and he's also investing in the country. So it's not about I'm here, I'm all about Liberia, but there's not much to do to put Liberia image out there. We remember when Pray and I we were going to film school, we used to see all the Vice and all these people used to post Liberia in a negative way. And so I brought Prince here today because he's one of those. When you told your story, it reminded me about Prince too. When we used to discuss Liberia all the time. So, Prince, by the way, welcome to the show. I hope you can jump. You're my co-host. I hope you can jump in sometime. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the Hollywood man in the family, so I'm
No.
trying to lead in today.
Yeah.
But Nathan, thank you so much for all you've been doing. When Jefferson told me about you and say you were on the show today, he's been inviting me to the show, and and when he told me about you and told me about your story and the businesses you have and everything you're doing back home, I was really inspired and say, you know what, I have to meet him. So we came rushing from service today just to be on here. I'm honored and humbled to be on the same platform with you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So
Um,
can
y-
yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah, no, no,
Yeah.
man. You get
Um, yeah, and you were as you were sharing, a story about how you started and your vision to push Liberia. It's not, and you mentioned Abraham Lincoln saying, "What it's not about what your country can do for you, but what can you do for your country." Is that same mindset as Jefferson said? We've been pushing. I've lost so much investing back home in businesses. Sometimes some people, when I explain my story, they say, "Why are you still investing there?" But it's that mindset to say, you know what? It's not about what my country can do for me, but it's about what I can do for my country. And that I hope that more people will join today. As I was, yes, we were explaining our listening, but also trying to share this video as much as possible so
yeah.
more people can join in and listen to your story and be inspired by you. As you go on, I'll be taking notes and I want to ask you some of those questions that people will usually come up to me and want to ask me. And please, Jefferson, let's make more highlight on his businesses
Oh
so
yeah.
people get to know
Yep.
those, what he's doing back home and what are those businesses are. Some of the challenges I really want to know. We will get into it,
Yeah.
but again,
No,
thank
seriously,
you so much.
I'm gonna get more into his businesses. What I usually do, my interview when I start, I want to start slow so people
All
get
right.
to know this person
Yeah.
before they can. Oh, my girl, see Liberia clearly. She's one of the very good supporter of things that I do. She's
Yeah.
watching. Hello, hello. If you want to come, text me. I can send you the link too. Maybe you can come on the show because this guy, he's a big man. I don't want to interview him by myself because
Yeah,
yeah,
the more, yeah. See, like Brooke Clinton, too, I always give her a hard time,
yeah,
but she's one of those, the veteran
yeah,
in the Liberian entertainment space.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
I haven't met her in person.
yeah.
I haven't met.
Yeah.
We have interacted a lot online, but I haven't met
And
her in
she's
person.
a very good
I think
question.
when she come in, it will also help because we want to get the people know a lot about Nathan
Yeah,
and get inspired and educated about investing in Liberia.
yeah. So, my brother, I'm really excited because I know we will get into this. But one of the business that I recently learned about that you are doing in Liberia. First of all, I can say what type of businesses do you have, and what is 211? Talk about it and tell us a little bit about your business in Liberia. We will advertise this business on our page later, but yeah,
Yeah. So that's a good question. I have always, when I was little, my father was a cook. So my father worked with Mani River Union as a cook in Bomi Hill. And that's where we grew up and stuff. And I used to go with my dad, to work and stuff, learn how to see how he used to be doing, cooking and stuff and doing bread and all that kind of stuff and things like that. But when I came to the United States, the first thing I told myself when I was in Sierra Leone, I said, when I come to the United States, the first thing I will do is to get a higher level of education because I see that education is the key. Education is in different degree. You don't have to have a PhD or, go to the classroom. You can do different things in education. And also when you're street smart, I mean, as a 10-year-old child, that's really been street smart. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I never do any of those since I was born. It doesn't mean that people who drink and smoke, they're bad people. I'm just saying at that particular age, for
yeah,
me not to do any of those stuff up to today, I give myself a pro,
yeah,
to say yes, because life was difficult. Sometimes there was no food to eat in Freetown. Sometimes it was really hard
Mhm.
until as times go on, I have a family and other people that were helping me to take care of me. But when I came, I was in Botswana just the story, just the way I come from Sierra Leone. I went to Guinea, Burkina Faso, Senegal. I went to Cape Verde. From Cape Verde, I went to Botswana. From Botswana is when I came to the United States. I just went to church one day, and when I was coming from church, this white guy approached me and said, "Oh, are you Newton?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I hear a lot of good things about you, and I hear about your family in the Civil War. Would you love to go to America to study?" And I
Wow.
said, "Yeah." And he said, and I said, "Are you kidding me?" He said, "No, I want to sponsor you to come to the United States to go to school."
Mm.
So, long story short, I accepted. I went to the embassy 7 times. They refused me the visa in Botswana,
Wow.
based on the fact that I was not from there and I only have a permit to go to school. I was doing a little bit of computer stuff there. So they couldn't give me the visa. But then one of the lady went and talked to the consulate, and the consulate told them the reason why. So one morning, I went to the immigration boss in Botswana, and I told him, "Look, I don't know where my family is. I am here. I have people helping me here to go to school. I have an opportunity to go to the United States to study. All I need is to have a residency, and I don't have the residency. My only permit is to go to school, and they wouldn't give me the visa." So just like that, I mean, I went there a couple of days, but just like that, they gave me 3 years to stay in Botswana. And when I went to the embassy, the following time, I was trying to find school in South Africa because I already gave up. Just imagine going to the embassy 7 times, they're not receiving the visa. Each time you go, you
Wow.
have to pay money. It's not free.
Mm.
Yeah.
So even the people who wanted to sponsor me, they were giving up now and say, "Okay, we just find a school for you in South Africa." And I say, "You know what? We're gonna try one more." So
Mm.
they gave me the 3 years. They resent the I-20 form. I went to the embassy, and I remember what the lady said to me. She said, "I have never seen any stubborn and encouraged young man like you. Welcome to the United States." And she gave me the envelope, and I was really excited. But I promised myself that if I was going to have the opportunity to come to America, the first thing I was going to do is to get a higher level of education. That's
Yeah.
what I went to school. I get my associate degree in social work. I get my bachelor in social work, and I get my master's associated in general study, my bachelor degree, and I get my master's in criminal justice and social work. So I worked for Solid Criminal Justice Services for 5 years. I worked for the city of Gresham in Portland, Oregon, as a homeless services specialist. I wanted to know what make people homeless, why people are homeless, and all that was just making me to think about Liberia,
Yeah.
think about why people are suffering, what is the background? Because as a social worker, sometimes when something happened to somebody, like somebody's an alcoholic, people
Mm.
say, "Oh, you lead that man is a drunk. Who is he? What do he know?" But
Yeah.
somebody like me, I go back from where it start from. His
Yeah.
great grandparents, his parent. Why is this person is a drunk? So when you come to America, you see homeless people. Some of these guys were rich people before. They have both. They have money, but they went through divorce
Mm.
and they lose their loved ones, and then they start turning to drugs and all that kind of stuff. So after getting my master degree, I was like, okay, this is the higher I can go. I can go back now to Liberia and also make a difference. So I've been working, and I started thinking that I want to have a business. That
Mhm.
I wanted to have I want to do an African restaurant first in the first place. But I know that African foods are very expensive sometimes, and it also depends on. I'm in Utah. We have Africans here, but we don't have a lot of African. So I decided that okay. So I worked Costco for 10 years while I was going to school, pushing carts in the snow, in the rain, saving money, and then I saved a 401k with Costco. And what I did was to do some research and remove the 401k and turn it into money for me to be able to buy business. So when I met I also have a brother that I called like my twins brother. His name is Haji Gore, but we are friends. We met here in the United States, and I talked to him. Very smart kid too. He's from Liberia. He did information system. I told him, hey, I have this amount. I want us to get a restaurant. Let's work together. And we bought Robert Restaurant. I didn't
Wow.
change the name, but if you go on Google, you put Robert Restaurant Salt Lake City, it will show you we are 4.1. It's all American food, just right behind the airport. A lot of people come, people who travel, they will come there and they will eat. But before that, uh, we started there were no African club here in Utah. People
Wow.
wanted to dance. There was no way for them to dance and stuff. So we're seven brothers. We say seven brothers. We try to do a little African club for people to dance. It didn't go well. And then one of my boys from Sierra Leone, they called DJ Too Sweet, he came to Utah. He decided for us to open a little dancing club called Club Dance. So people started coming, to the club to dance, to have fun and things like that. So that started to go a little bit big, and then I transferred to the restaurant. So here in Utah, I had the Club Dean, which is one of the only African club in Utah where people come and dance. They do, African song. We bring musicians and stuff to perform, and then me and my boy Haji, we transferred to the restaurant, and the restaurant is going to. So that was my mindset of doing business. Now after that, I started thinking. I called my older brother and said, "Look, I want to know what can we do in Liberia. I always wanted to do business in Liberia. I always want to do business. I want to do something, not even for profit, but to employ people."
Yeah.
When I went to visit Liberia 2010, it was the first time I ever went back to Liberia. I was really shocked the way people were treated. Go to the supermarket to go buy food, your own Liberian money, the people don't want to take it. They want you to bring US dollar and all that kind of stuff. So it was just really sad and heartbreaking. So I was like, what can I do? So just making some research, we decided that, to build some apartment would be great. So I bought the land at the University of Utah, Fender Camper. We built 20. We're trying to build 20 apartments. We already do 10.
Wow.
Like the foundations and stuff. So one is already done. We're just trying to do the foundation. We're done with the foundation, but just to lift it up, the first 10, and then we'll go to the second 10. And since it's close to the university, I think that would be something that people will rent, giving their housing and stuff like that. And then we transition, and I put that on hold, and then we transition to the water. So I bought the land just right in Pinsville, Joe, by the Zumfa police station, Peloton, right there. I bought a nice place there with 3 houses there. We use one of those houses to do the water business. So those are the 3 businesses that me and my boy we try to push. But the apartment we haven't reached there yet, but the water is in full swing, and we have employees and everything going on. So those are the businesses that I have.
Yeah, I know. As much as this is a very good story, man. But one of the things when we were talking recently, you said something that really got my attention. It just sometimes can be sad. I mean, as much as we are not trying to make Liberia look bad, but at the same time, we have to talk about this issue so that those that are in power can fix this problem. The last time you were telling me that you ran into some issue when it comes to your water business. Is that something you want to talk about?
Yeah.
On the government side.
Well, yeah, thank you. That's a really good question, because I think if the government of Liberia if they want to give opportunity to people like us and other people to go back to invest, they should try to be flexible with the system, because that will help for people. Because I'm not, even like the water business I have now, I think we get probably like 12 or 15 employees, and all these people are being paid on time. I pay them from here. So I don't even want them to wait 2 days for their pay. I told my brother, these people have to be paid on time and stuff like that. But one of the things we'll go through is the plastic. There is only one company in the whole of Liberia that produce the plastic for the water. So they're charging like $7,400 for like a ton of plastic, and that $7,400, the profit you're making there is probably like $2,000 profit. So you're spending $4,000, not even like 1 month. It's like that tons can go probably like 3 weeks or so, but or less than 1 month. So you're spending all that, and just imagine the whole of Liberia. There is only one company in Liberia that produce the plastic. You cannot go anywhere. They produce the bucket, they produce the chair. So just imagine you go there, you get other people online. They're very disrespectful. They can't take Liberian money. They want US dollar. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I'm trying to hire people and pay them so that they can be able to feed their family. And then the government on the other side is trying to make it difficult for me to be able to get the money to be able to take care of these people. So right now, the business is not like for profit, but it's to make sure that people's lives are changed. Like, for example, we have 2 security guys in the night. We have to pay them. And like I told my brother, I'll pay them from here. I want to make sure that every month they get paid. I don't want 2 days to pass. I don't want 3 days to pass. Christmas time, we get everybody rice. We get everybody rice for free, apart from their salary. just to encourage them and not use them like a slave. So I think my thing would be if the government can be able to look into this kind of stuff and make it easy for people to make business in Liberia, there will be a lot of businesses that will. You cannot have one company
Yeah.
that produce plastic for also the people from Grand Jide, the people from Grand Basso, the people from Sano. They all have to come to Morovia to come and get their plastic to do their water to do the water business. And the water that I established, like I told you, send your guys there. My factory is more than 100% more than I spend a lot of money. I spend over $85,000 into the bill, into just the floor, so that when you go into because some of the places I visited and see water factory, you don't even want to drink the water.
Yeah.
If you want to drink the water. So that's just thing like, what is the money rate? Those guys who go do inspections and stuff, what are they doing? But if you go to a water factory, from the outside, the pin of the building, to the inside, to the floor, you see that it's really high standard. And then I have not only just the machine that produce the water, I have the machine that also make the water clean 99.9%. Wow. So if the water go through the machine, it go through another machine that when you taste the water, you know that, okay, this is not just any Liberian water because I want to make money. But that it's frustrating now to get the plastic when you have to go to this one agency, I mean, the one store that everybody have to go to, and they charge you a lot of money.
So they're taking advantage because of that. They are taking advantage of the opportunity.
So anybody you talk to, of course, in Liberia, they will say, "Oh yeah, the government gets some share in that company, so they just give the contract to the company to do it." Well, can I do my own plastic company business because I can buy the machine and do the same thing? Will they allow me to do so? I told my brother, will they allow me to do the same thing? Because we cannot allow one, not even a Liberian. That's what it make me to be upset, because why are you not supporting a local Liberian business? Why are you not encouraging Liberians who have money to do business in Liberia to do these things? And you're giving it. If I go to India, they're not going to treat me really nice. We go to all these places. If I go to China, they no Chinese man is going to tell me, give me US dollars. They're going to take a Chinese money. So why would why would Liberian own business people like Chinese and Japanese and all these people want us to use the Liberian dollar? They don't want to take. So if they charge you in the Liberian dollar, they charge you more, even double, either $10 more or $20 more, because you're not bringing a US dollar. That's not fair. How will you encourage other people to do business?
That's it. That's the bad thing about Liberia. But before we continue with you, I want to introduce I would say my co-host, Sheer Prince, my co-host. I'm looking forward to interviewing this lady because she's like a friend, a sister to me now, because I would say she's very supportive. Everything that I do on Facebook, she's following me. Her platform is following me. I'm doing the same thing. But you see, everybody that I meet, every Liberian that I meet, I try to look for something good in them. And one of the things that I know something about Prince very well. Of course, he's my brother. I learned something about you, and your story inspired me, and all the good stuff you're doing. One of the things I learned from Bernie is, I'm saying it the Liberian way, so if I don't pronounce it right. But one good thing I learned, she's very inclusive. She had an award show recently in Philadelphia called
Kandahar.
I don't want to pronounce it like my girl name, Maya, so I'm trying to do but the Kenya Award, and she invited me to that, and I think it was something good because she's the first Liberian entertainment organizer to recognize somebody like myself working in the United States in the American film entertainment business. I think that was a big deal. And when I went there, I saw different people with different background. It wasn't about, oh, because I know these few friends, so I will invite them. But I saw people with different background, and I went there. It was great. It wasn't one of those like politics and other issues. But I'm gonna bring her on the show so that I can interview her on certain things like that, because I think we Liberians supporting each other is very important. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to bring this brother on the show too. But and she has a big platform too, called See Liberia Clearly. She's always promoting Liberian things. Sometimes she'll say things that people don't agree with, but we in the blogging business, we understand that you can't please everybody. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce her to you, Prince, and my brother Newton. How you doing today, my sister? Before we get with the brother, I want to tell you that you can jump in anytime and ask question. I wanted to bring this brother. I have respect for him, so I wanted to bring out all my big guns. People who know this thing more than me. Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me on, and it's pleasure to see the two brothers together. Cause I've been sitting here going back and forth. I'm just like, oh my god, like,
Yeah.
but I have so many questions for how do you pronounce your name, sir? Your last name?
My last name is Gborway. The G is silent.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
Gborway.
Gborway,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Gborway. I have so many questions. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and start off, which I think is like towards the end. Cause I need questions before this question, but I'm just go ahead and start with this question. With the plastic manufacturer, right?
mhm.
Did you ever investigated to find out if any Liberian actually tried to establish that business and it didn't go through? Because one thing about before our whole government responsible, I got to make sure that they are completely at fault. Because if there was never a Liberian who ever wanted to establish that business, then we can say it's the government fault that a Liberian doesn't have it. So has that been any other Liberians who have actually tried to establish a plastic manufacturing business and the government shut them down? That's the reason why. Because um as a businessman, you are aware that business opportunities arise when you realize that there's a need for something. So there
Mhm,
is a need for a Liberian competitor,
mhm,
which you could step in, anybody else could step in. But before we say, well, maybe it's like the government fault that only one entity is in that space, we need to make sure that no Liberian ever did try to enter into that space and the government shut them down. So are you aware if that's the case?
That's a really good question. So I just like you, I always like to do research and stuff because I just don't like to put blame on people. Like I was saying earlier, I don't like to blame the government. But I'm not in Liberia, so I asked my brother to check. I've talked to a lot of people. I even told my brother to go to the Ministry of Commerce, to go to the Department of Commerce and see if it's something that we can register, if they will allow us to register, and then we can get our own machine to know like how much the machine costs. We can buy the machine because I can buy the machine and we can do our own thing. But just talking with people on the street and some of the people who have water factory, they say those are the only people that they designated to do the stuff. They can't even let anybody bring the plastic from Guinea. So I don't know if this is true because I don't have proof, to be honest with you, that they can't allow anybody. They're the only one who do the bucket or the bowl or the chair the people sitting. That's the only place you can buy it and stuff like that. So I'm doing more research behind to see if it's something that I can do because I would love to do. I would love to have the water factory and I would love to produce the plastic myself. I would love to produce the plastic for other to make it price reasonable for other Liberians to come and to come and buy. So, but I know for sure that for now in the whole country, and then also too some of these things are realistic. A big country like Liberia, are you saying that? Are we saying that it's just only only that particular one company that have money, or people that will put money together to have that kind of business? I'm not sure, but I don't want to speculate. Like I said, I'm not sure if other people have tried it or if they want to do it. I'm not 100% sure, but I try to investigate, and I'm investigating right now if I can do it, if I can register a separate business apart from the water business that can produce plastic and support. But the country is huge. So
yeah,
just only having one company in the whole of Liberia, it just raised an eyebrow to me because I don't think other people who want to, whether somebody have failed before, if they want to do it, maybe because of this program, other people will come and speak and say, I tried to do it, but they stopped me, or we didn't have money to do it and stuff. Or somebody can come and say, you know what, let's join together and do this stuff.
yeah.
So to answer to your question, I would not accuse the government 100% and say they're the one who's saying that they have the word for it. I forget. It's some kind of word where sometimes
Monopoly.
oh,
Monopoly.
thank you, monopoly. They do because I have a friend in Sierra Leone that also told me the same thing, that they only have one company in Freetown that the government have designated to produce the plastic and all that stuff. So now water, so now 2 week, 3 week, they don't have water. I don't know if it's the same thing in Liberia. I would be lying if I tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we should speculate.
Mm.
Since we don't know, then we shouldn't speculate, because you know, uh, 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 business is like a innovation thing. Maybe nobody have been thinking in that direction, or maybe they can afford it. So let's just be fair and not speculate. And it would be a great idea if you can investigate and enter into that space and somebody else can. And
Yeah.
until we can have hardcore evidence that is being monopolized by the government, then we shouldn't speculate. Well,
I think I agree. Before you continue, sorry.
Yeah.
I think I agree with what you were saying because, of course, anybody who follow your platform, they will tell you that they will know that you're very straightforward. You are not one-sided.
She's a sharpshooter.
Yeah. Just to make our
She
viewers,
shot. She has shot shoot me a couple of times.
yeah.
So,
And so to our viewers that are watching, I just want them to understand what you are trying to say here. Like we want to get some stuff before we all go and say, hey, why the government is doing this? So, and I don't want people to start thinking that, oh, maybe she's taking the government side. That woman, that
Oh.
CDC woman, man, that woman, that Javier woman. No, it's not about that. If you follow her platform, you will see that she's always like straightforward, telling people if it's wrong, she'll say it's wrong.
yeah.
Stuff.
Well, I just wanted to say quick. I also just wanted to say quick too, like, you know, for a country, there will always be agreement and disagreement, but it just have to be respectfully.
Yeah.
Whether you're a CDC, whether you are UP, the goal of UP and CDC is for Liberia to be to a better place. So we
Yeah.
all have the same goal, but it's just a different way to get there. But
Yeah.
once we agree and disagree in a very respectful way, we can. I always tell my employees. So I work for South Valley Services as a program director. I've been doing that for the past 6 years. What I always tell the people who work for me, I will always say is, you don't have to like me.
Yeah.
What we have to do is to respect each other professionally. You don't have to be my friend,
Yeah.
but we can respect each other professionally, and we can work together professionally to get the job done. When you go home, you do your thing. I go home, I do my thing. We don't have to be friends.
Yeah.
So, you know, whether CDC, UP, or whosoever, we all have the same interest for Liberia to be a better place, but let's do it respectfully to each other.
Yeah. And Nathan, the fact that put your interest in investing in that area, I will highly encourage you to do it.
Yeah.
If if you try to pursue and there is one trying to stop you, we want you back on the show and to
Right.
tell the
Yeah.
public that, hey,
Yeah.
this is what I'm trying to do. I'm a Liberian, because I was shocked to know that, you know what, ice cream, that there are a couple of businesses that non-Liberians not supposed to do in Liberia. It's only restricted to Liberians. Ice cream, it's not supposed to be produced by any non-Liberians. There are
Wow.
a couple of ones. I don't know if plastic there, but there are a couple of those things. I took the list the other day. I already wanted to share it, and I hope by the time I'm coming back on this platform, I will bring that list, because not many Liberians know. Go to the Ministry of Commerce, ask for that list. They will give it to you. I read it. There was a case of one Lebanese business in Liberia that were producing ice cream, and they shut them down. And many people were saying, "Oh, why they shut them down?" And the Ministry of Commerce came out and said, "Ice cream is one of the business that should be produced by only Liberians." You know, so a company owned by Liberian. So these things we need to know, and with other things that is not restricted to foreigners, but should not be restricted to Liberians, or should not be restricted to anyone. Anyone should be able to produce. When we don't have monopoly, it will help to improve the business, because let's say that plastic, how much you sell, how much you buying it, is costly because it's only produced by a single company. But if there is competition, then maybe that plastic bag could be lower, and therefore water, mineral water could be also, the price could be lower in Liberia. So I would really encourage you. I'm happy the fact that you even, that was my next question I was going to ask when you said it.
Yeah.
Please pursue it.
Yeah. And you
If
can
it costs
always
for
come
you
back
to,
here. Yeah.
yeah, if it costs for you to go back home, because sometimes too, we're sending our people to places they are not going there. It happened to me. I wanted to buy cocoa. I wanted to buy and sell cocoa, and I was sending my people to go and ask for the prices. Instead of them going directly to the Ministry of Agriculture, they were going to the warehouses and asking. And look, people are wicked. They were giving them the prices, telling them that the price of cocoa is the least is $4 per kilogram, which is actually absolutely wrong. There is nowhere in Liberia they sell cocoa beans, even $2 per kilogram. So by the time the cocoa, we are already purchasing high price from the farmers. The cocoa was on the way coming before I got in touch with someone that went to the Ministry of Agriculture directly, went to that department that have the prices of cocoa, how much people should buy cocoa in Liberia. Before they told us the most they can buy, any warehouse can purchase your cocoa for in Liberia is $1.87 per kilogram. So I had a massive loss,
Yeah.
and up to today, I've not been able to recover.
Yeah.
So, my plan now is to always go directly to whatever ministry, whatever department is involved, because sometimes our people are not giving us the right information. So, I
Yeah.
will encourage you, let keep pursuing that. We want more plastic companies in Liberia. We want more of Liberians manufacturing these things. And
Yeah.
the fact that you declare it,
Yeah.
yeah,
And,
please, we
and
will
I
be
I,
think
listening to
I
hear
think you
from
had
you.
another question too, right,
yeah,
Brady?
yeah, I have another question. So majority of the time when I hear Liberian business owners talking about businesses in Liberia, it's almost like the businesses ran like a charity, which is kind of discouraging because you see foreigners, thriving in the private sector and making good amount of money, and then Liberian business owner, they getting losses left and right because they're running the business like a charity. They're like, oh, I'm not making my money back, but I'm paying employees even though I'm not making my money. So could you just like give me, if you can, you don't have to, if you want to, give me like an estimate of how much it costs you to build that business, how long you be in the business, and if you have recovered at least your starting costs, and how it looks so far,
Yeah,
if you think you would be able
yeah,
to.
yeah. Well, so for me, like you were saying, I think some, I would say some Liberian, not all of them. But before I go do business in Liberia, I have two business here in the United States. So I'm a business originator. Apart from being my full-time job, I'm somebody who love to do business, and I look at business from a partnership perspective when I'm working with people.
Yeah.
Even like the people who work at my restaurant right now, they would tell you Newton is one of the best boss. So now the people who come eat in the restaurant, when they see me cleaning, they think like I'm the dishwasher, or they think like I'm the server boy. So I just try to be humble to do that. In Liberia, I think I've put what I've put in so far, just to the structure, just the structure. I was just telling them, I would say up to $85,000. And it just, I was trying to build the building to a standard, just to make sure that the building is to the standard. And then having in the back of my mind that when you start a business, and I will use my Club Dean, the Club Dean here, for example, the African club I have here in Salt Lake City, that people come and dance, and we bring celebrities and all that kind of stuff. I will use that for an example. It's a business that I've been in for a while now, and I want to move out because I feel like I get what I needed. But the point I'm trying to make is that in the first 3 years when we did Club Dean, there was no money. We have 5 people coming, we have 6 people coming, people will laugh. And most Liberians, not all, what I've seen in my own thing, most Liberians are not really supportive, but some are. And that's the fact, because I've seen it. They rather bring you down instead of motivating you or trying to encourage you. They would rather bring you down. But I have the mindset that whenever you have a business, when you start a business, the first 3 months, I mean, the first 3 years, if you're focusing like, oh, I want to make a lot of profit, I want to get all my money back right away, then that business not going to go right.
Yeah.
So you have to put all this stuff into place and think about the business in the next 5 years to come, what will happen. So right now, when I established the business and stuff, the profit and stuff was not anything that I was thinking that I'm going to get right away, that the money I put in. What I was thinking about is to have a safe place, first of all, for the business.
Yeah.
Make sure that the place is clean and nice, and make sure that the people I put in charge are people who can be trusted, but I can make them to trust me by supporting them, paying them on time, and encouraging them to do their work. So that's what happened. So for now, since we started the business, I see that the plastic costs a lot. So looking at the cost of the plastic and look at the profit you're getting for the plastic, when I look at it, I'm thinking like, oh, this is going to take a while for you to get back what you put into it. But the most important thing for me is that people are being held to standard, people are being paid, and the business is going, it's moving, So that's the way I look at it. So I haven't sit down and say like, oh, okay, you know what? I spent over $85,000 in this business, and now I only get up to $15,000 back. So when am I going to get all my money? So it's just my own mindset of the business. The profit thing is something that I think it will come in the long run because of my two businesses that I start here in the United States, the way I started them and what I'm getting right now. Yeah. So I take that same mentality to any business that I have in Liberia. Like, it's not like, okay, where is the profit? What is this? But it's to hold the people accountable and treat the people right. Pay them on time. A holiday, you give them free bag of rice and stuff. Even if the salary they didn't reach that one, but you can do it from here. You take care of those stuff, because treating those people like human being will make them to feel like, to be loyal to you. Yeah. And it happened here too in the United States. The people that work for me, I treat them right, and I see that they're very, very loyal to me. So the profit thing, I'm not the kind of guy who go into business and the first thing I put in front is how much I'm going to get back right away. Yeah. Is to establish the business very well. And then after the business have established very well, then after 2 years, I can start saying things, okay, what are my losses? Of course, every day I check, every month we go through like what I was expense, how much we put into this, how much we make. Those are for accounting purposes. But for me to say my money to get back right away within 2 years, having a mind that I'm doing this business because within 2 years, I should get 200,000. No. Yeah. That's not my mindset.
Yeah, every business.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't feel like my question was answered, honestly. I wanted to know how long you've been in this business, and if you see like your projection. I'm not saying you put in profit first, but business is about profit. You got charity and you got business. So when you minus the profit out of it, charity. When you add the profit in it, is business. So I'm not questioning how you're running your business and how well you're taking care of your employees. That's not my question. My question is, because we're talking about building the private sector and actually seeing it thrive as a sector. And in order for the private sector to thrive, Liberian businesses got to flourish. It can't always be a charity thing. Yeah. The majority of the Liberian businesses, that's what it end up being. And they either end up closing down, or the people getting like basically the bare minimum out of it. But then when we look at the foreign businesses, let's call a space. When we look at the foreign businesses, they're thriving, they're doing very well. And, majority of the reason for that is because the government is not producing a conducive environment for the private sector. You know what I mean? Like you said, if they're monetizing something, or like, for example, I do have relative of mine who is also into the cocoa business. He's an agriculturalist, and he was saying that some of the things that will help the agricultural sector is for them to take away taxes for bringing in equipment. commodity like colors and hook and other things, the taxes on those things importing them is so high that if they want the agriculture sector to thrive, they need to set like maybe free taxes for agriculture equipment, things like that, right? They have to make it thrive. So I was just asking, like,
But let me
I
jump
was
in here.
Well,
curious to know how long you been in the business, because I'm
yeah,
aware it take
yeah,
about up to 5 years to start seeing,
yeah. No, no. I just started a bit. I answer your question when you say Liberian, when you say the private sector, when you say the Liberian business I run, like charity and stuff. So I was just trying to give you my own structure that I have. So I was giving you a background of the way my own structure run. You didn't ask me that, but your question lead me to that, because when you say Liberian businesses are run as charity, then and that's why I wanted to let you know how I structure my own business to run. But when it comes to how many years, I just started the water business like a year ago. So I haven't been there 5 years. I
Okay.
haven't been. I just barely started. I started with, when I said on the show first, I started with an apartment. I bought the thing to start doing apartment, to build 20 apartment. We started with 10 with a foundation to the University of Labrador Fender campus. And then the water ideas came up. And then I said, okay, let me hold on to the apartment quick and let me start to do the water business. And then I can continue to continue the apartment. So I haven't been 5 years or 6 years or stuff. I just barely started the business last year, going to this, coming into 2020, 2024. So if that answers your question, but I came in with that explanation because you say most of the business don't strive because they use it as charity. They run it as charity. They run it as charity. So that's what I was trying to break down to you the way my own mindset on how I run my own business and how I feel it would be successful if I run it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was just saying that is the structure that is, charity, but it's the fact that they're not getting money out of it, and
Yeah.
just to keep the business open, they keep paying employees,
Yeah.
but not making the money back. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
glad that, one thing I can say too, one thing I can say for sure is one of the things about some of the Liberian businesses, like when he was saying things, the amount of money he's put in his business, how he wanted his business to look. One of the problems that many Liberian businesses have that I know about, they don't invest a lot into the business to make the business better, to make it look good, so that people
Yeah.
want to
So
go there.
get track.
So his style of thing is like, okay, let me invest so that at some point I will get more.
Yeah.
It's like we do the blocking thing, we do
That
this
they
thing
that
like
they branding.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
The
Good,
branding, the
good, the good
marketing.
brand.
yeah,
Yeah, I tell you, is one of the things of like through Liberia, we've been promoting businesses, advertising businesses even for free. The website is there for business owners to go and put their businesses on there. We go and do videos and showcase, walk around, show the businesses. One thing one of the experiences that I will tell you, when we reach out to Liberian business owners in Liberia, it's different from how they receive us. And most of the time, I'm sending my guys there. We am giving a transportation to go there and do those things. But the way Liberian business owner will receive us is quite different from how a foreign business
yeah,
owner in Liberia
yeah,
will receive them. Those the experience, and I really want to encourage Liberians. Every time I get on the platform, I'm encouraging Liberian business owners in Liberia, take marketing and every piece of advertisement for as an opportunity to push
I,
your business,
I think I'm hearing
because
somebody feedback. Somebody video is on.
Hold on.
yeah, all my stuff on mute.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so
Now it's up. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
Uh,
I think
so so make use of that, because we will hear some Liberian business owners will say, "Oh no, thank you. We already have our own Facebook page. Oh no, thank you. We already have a blogger
yeah,
that is no."
you know
You
you
will
know
find
why.
you will go to
You,
another Lebanese business owner or Indian business or other people that have businesses in Liberia, they welcome. And sometimes my boss will tell me that they will even tell them, say, you know what,
Yeah.
if there is a restaurant, please, can I offer you this? Can I offer you that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So you
know?
know why? You know why it's like that?
Hmm.
I'll tell you why it's like that. All those things are awareness, because sometimes it's like, for example, when I reached out to Jefferson that I wanted to get on his show, the first thing I said to him was,
Yeah.
can I give you something for me to come on your platform
Yeah.
for me to be able to talk about some issues that are bothering me about Liberia? I
Yeah.
love Liberia, like me, he talk, we talk and stuff and things like that. It's awareness. A
Yes.
lot of the business in Liberia are not, because so now people, you ask people you want to go promote their business, they're thinking that maybe you're going to ask them for money, or
Yeah.
maybe they're also thinking that, you know what, the person is not going to do this thing for free. So some of these things that are awareness, some of them the people are not ready, they don't know a lot of most of these things. So because they don't know most of these things, we have to be able to educate them on some of them. So that's why I just wanted to say, is like, to say, hey, we can come to you and talk about your business. You don't have to give her anything. But of course, they don't want to give out money. So they will tell you, say, I get my own Facebook page, I get my own this. I don't need you to come talk about it, talk about this and talk about that. But
Yeah.
it's just a little bit of awareness will
Yeah.
make it better.
Yeah.
And,
That's
and
my
also
suggestion.
Pray
and
you.
also the
Pray,
business owners, yeah.
Pray you come on one thing. Let me answer a question first. Then you guys can you can come in. Somebody asked me here, how do I come on? I will put the link in this video section in the comment section in a minute. But today we are interviewing this guy about the business, so we want to hear a lot from him before other people start coming on. This guy is on because he's my co-host, and because somebody
And
told
I'm
me,
your favorite big brother.
yeah, what happened is, yeah, he's the favorite big brother. Saying he's the only big brother. It's almost like one person get
Favorite only big brother.
what thing. It's like somebody get nominated in an award show where you are the only person in that category, and then you win the award. And you say, "In your faces, I won this." So he's the only other big brother. But let me. We will bring people on at some point during the show. We just want to interview him, but before we continue, I want to read some of the comments to this brother, because people been commenting good stuff about you. So one say, hey bro, Liberia appreciate your hard work, thanks. Another one say, great ideas, Mr. Bowie. And then the other question say, Newton Liberian are very proud your of you, keep it up. So I'm reading these comments, so what's going on, like how people are thinking about this interview. A lot of people watching, by the way.
My
Um,
yeah, our videographer Lawrence
yeah,
said
Lauren
it's
says
so
so true,
true,
boss.
boss, because he's one of those on the field, and
Yeah,
they will go to Liberian business place. And one of the things Liberian business owners
yeah,
tell your workers that even if I'm not here, embrace those people that come, because sometimes they will go and say, we can't, we are here to do it free. It's a
yeah,
free promotion. And
yeah,
they'll say, oh, our boss is not here. And but when will your boss be here?
yeah,
That's a free promotion. Embrace it. Hold on
yeah.
to it.
And
Every little platform your business appear on
yeah.
make a difference.
I think it's a Liberian mindset in general. That's what this brother, I told him the same thing when he first wanted to come on the show. He said, Jefferson, how do I give you something? I said, for me, what I do it with passion. It's not the first approach. So he was like, no, I see what you are doing. It's a great stuff. That mindset was really great. I mean, that's one of the reasons too that I see this brother. I said, man, Liberian supporting Liberian. The
Yeah.
person, like I see a lot of musicians, they complain about, oh, the Liberian people don't bloggers don't promote people. And I'm thinking, okay, I've seen some blogger post you. When last have you shared that blogger page on
Oh
your part
yeah,
of it for your audience? And
yeah,
that's the problem Liberia had.
yeah,
People want, like a lot of time, Liberian businesses, like you said, we just send people to a hotel, and we say we want to just film around the hotel. We don't have to go in the room. And they will be like, no, our hotel already, no, it's on Facebook.
yeah.
I'm like, do you know the advertising you'll get from Liberian TV network on YouTube and Facebook? Our platform been around for a long time now.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, if somebody is doing something for you, how many times have you reached out to that person and say, okay, let me share your page too? Like that's the thing. That's how we're supposed to support each other. These businesses, they think it's about asking for money. But anyway, we are gonna. Anybody has question for my brother again? I know he's a star of the
Yeah,
day, so
I got some more questions. Yes, sir. The sun was in my face. Did you see that?
yeah.
I
I,
had to
I
switch up.
I thought the place got hot that you have to run away. Mhm.
What was the guys then hot? Um, you getting tired, Newton?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm not
He's the
tired.
star of the show, so you're completely
No,
asking about his
yeah,
business
I'm
stuff.
just relaxing. No, no, I'm not tired at all. So that's your question?
No. Okay, so earlier you mentioned that you was doing your apartment business first, and then the water came to mind. What inspired you? Like, what was it that made you say, "Hey, I need to jump on the water thing right now"?
So the play that's a good question. Thank you. The play about the land is right behind, and I mentioned this before, so I'll mention it again before you came on. Right behind Zumfa Police Station, Pinsville, Joburg, Pellectown, right to the back there. When I bought the land, there's three building, three apartment, three building on the land, and people. The other one is seven. There's 7 rooms and 7 people renting it, and then the other one was 2 room. The other one is 3, and they get 1 apartment on the side. So I bought all those like on the land. But then when I was, if every time I go to Liberia, when I drive in the area, the goal was to rent the 3 bedroom, just rent the whole thing, or I want to break it down and build an apartment and build it a really standard apartment, 3-story apartment where I can rent or do Airbnb. That's the goal, and that's still the same goal. I did the stretch and everything. They do the drawing for me. But as I was going, I see the guy bringing water into there. I saw the lady was complaining that sometimes the water don't show up. Sometimes they try to wait for the water. They will go on the road and all that stuff and things like that. So it was just I did here. The first thing I did was the toilet because there were 7 people. There's 7 people in 7 rooms, and they have 1 toilet and 1 bathroom outside. So that
Wow.
was the first thing that caught my mind. So I told my brother, we have to break this whole thing, the whole toilet outside down, and we have to build a female bathroom, a female toilet, a male bathroom, and a male toilet. We have to do it standard outside. So we did that. So while we're doing that, just in the community, the guy would bring water, the car would break down, and then people would get in, and people were complaining and stuff. So I asked my brother, I said, how is this water business? Is this something that you think we can be able to do? Because I think we can do it, because with the 3 bedroom house, we can transform that house and do the water business. And this is a populated area. And then we can serve the people here and stuff. We can also put the light pole, put 2 light out here because the place is dark and all that kind of stuff. So that's where the mind. So then I came back to the States and I told my brother to do some assessment. And stuff. And I think his calculation was not, to me, I don't think he did the right calculation, but at the same time, it's something that I really wanted to do. Then I came and talked to a few people that have done the water business and stuff. And they told me, yeah, it's a great business to do, to support the people. But the thing is that most of the water are not clean and stuff and things like that. So I decided that the first thing I wanted to do is to know the machines for the water, like what kind of machine. And in the community, I started talking to a few people in the community. It's like, why are you guys complaining? Well, they say, oh, we have to go all the way on the road. If we have a water factory here, it would be great and stuff like that. So then when I came back, I called my brother and said, okay, well, that's something we can do. But the first thing is to buy the machines that will be able to clean the water, 99.9%. And that machine, we can get it in China or we can get it in Liberia. But it's more expensive in Liberia, of course. And, the people bring it, so they have to sell it and put their profit. So that was my ideas with the water. And because the apartment owned is just closed by fender, so I thought like, okay, we can build a nice apartment, put solar system on top of the building and rent the apartment to the student, put fence here and put a little restaurant to the front. So, but I thought the water thing was really urgent because of what I saw within the community. I was not really happy within the community, but now they sell like 200 sack of water a day in the community, sometimes 300 sack of water a day in the community. The people are happy. And I told my brother, you can make it cheaper for the people in the community. Let them be able to afford it so that, they're happy, they can afford it. So when they called me and said, today we sold 350 sack of water in the community, just the community, not the truck. We sold 200 water in the community. That just make me joyful. To me, that just accomplished right there to be like, oh, if we can serve the people within the community, then this business is successful. Yeah. So that was the reason behind me doing the water business.
That's amazing. Well, I really hope your business, thrive. That's amazing. Sorry, I'm a thinker, so million questions will just be. Listen, if y'all let me know if I ask you too many questions.
No, you cool.
Listen, what do you think?
I like you. I like you already. I really like you already. I'm one of those people who like to empower people, and I'm one of those people who let people to speak their mind. So what you're doing is that you're just speaking your mind and you're asking questions. That's really good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. And you see, she asking better questions than I will ask. That's why you see I brought her here.
I'm so just listening to you. I'm listening.
No, but from the questions and from what they're telling me, I agree with them.
So my brother, you're trying to say from the question and what Jefferson would have done is not good, eh?
No, okay.
I'm just joking. I like it. I like the fact she's asking more questions. You can interact with the viewers that are asking some questions. For example, somebody asked me how you all can help me promote my business. And I told the person, email Liberian TV Network. So when you are asking questions, you give me a chance to interact with people that are asking questions, reading some comment and putting them up. So I'm okay with that too. Okay, I just want him to have a good show at some point for us to also advertise his business. Hopefully people get to see, they can order from him. Can you
and maybe he can make me like a brand ambassador.
I would be really happy to do that. I will get your information. I will send you all the stuff on WhatsApp. And I get in contact with my brother. That would be really nice.
Yeah, she got a big platform. She's one of the well-known social media person on YouTube. Her platform is big. If you ever heard about See Liberia Clearly, she's the Facebook giant. When it comes to blogging that people do on Facebook, she's the giant.
I've been around for a minute, so you know how life cycle goes. The older you get in the business, you start giving room for the younger people then to come and thrive. Yeah, and then you take a step back. That's how it's supposed to.
So what are you trying to say? You took a step back from me?
But anyway, let me get to my question.
Go ahead.
So when it comes to developing Liberia, one of the things we talk about is decentralization. Because everything just in Monrovia, like you are saying with the plastic, people got to come all the way from east, southeastern region and this, that, and the other. I'm a southeastern. I was born and raised in Cape Palmas. So if somebody like me, who thinking about the people down there and their needs and also money, because I like charity business. But anyway, if I wanted to open a mineral water business, let's say in that region, like estimate how much should I be looking to generate to start the business? For anyone who interested in wanting to start a business up to the standard that you have it on.
Yeah, I would say up to because it depends on the area, because I own the place. I bought the place, so maybe this person will be rich. So I would say up to $60,000 or maybe $65,000, because to be a real good standard. So I will send you some pictures for my water place, so you can see even the tide, the flow, everything, the way I do it like really, really. So if you enter there, you'll be like, okay, I can drink this water. You're comfortable to drink the water. And I make sure that I tell my brother, you clean around the place, make sure the poly tank is clean and stuff like that. So when you enter where they produce the water, the production room to where they take the water, if you see the tie, even on the floor and the sling, everything is changed. You see it, you feel comfortable. Like, so that's the thing. I'll say around $60,000 to $65,000 would be. And the goal when I told my brother too was that I want to have this water here but at the same time, I want Holy Spring water to be all over Liberia. That means like every county should have a Holy Spring mineral water. So let's give it a try first and see how it goes. Because it's such one of the guys, I mean, it was a gain for me, but it was a sad story with one of the brothers who have bought the Koyo machines from China, and he bought the machines, they call the OSS, the OR system that make the water extra clean, which is like $9,000 in Liberia, 9,500. China, it would be around 5,000, sometimes 4,000, depends, because you have to ship it and stuff. He has all these machines and the trucks sent to Liberia for them to do his water business. Unfortunately, the family was leasing the place and using his truck as a private business for them to go and get money. So he couldn't, when he got to Liberia, it was already disappointed. So I actually have to buy the truck for him. He's right here in Minnesota. I cash out the truck he bought for 22,000, let's say 25,000. I bought it for him for like almost $11,000 because he was so upset that the people, the machine was there and the people were using his truck on different things. And he just told me, you know what, I'm done with this stuff. I'm just so heartbroken and stuff like that. So those are just some of the few things. And then I was like, okay, well, let me buy the truck. Then he said, yeah, I'm willing to sell the truck to you. So that's how I went and bought the truck for him. So when you want to establish those business, you have to make sure you have the right. And I'm grateful to Mr. Isaac N. Gborway Sr., which is my older brother, very straight guy, honest, to have somebody like him. Because if I didn't have somebody like him, I would end up like this guy who had just invested thousands of dollars, and the family members and the people he trusted, they have let him down. So the first thing would be for you to have the trusted person into the business, and then don't lease. If you try your best not to lease a place and to own the place, because leasing the place also take a lot of money from that. So if you have the opportunity to lease to own the place, it will even make it much more cheaper for you, because that way you're not going to be paying rent every month and paying people and all that stuff. But the goal is to make Holy Spring water to be every part of, even there was a time we wanted to do a school in Kakatan, but the people at the school, nobody in the school, they're not using the school is getting rotten. All we have to do is to renovate it and be partnership with them. They refuse. They say, oh, we want to take, when we talk to them, we start down everything. Another lawyer come here and say, no, the people there, they will, when the school start going, they will take your stuff and things like that. So, you know, but not only in Morovia, we want to have businesses in all the counties, but it's just you have to have in those counties and stuff and things like that, because that's why it will help. If you go to, for those who go to Nigeria, I'm talking about people who go business, but I live in Nigeria, I live in Owerri, Umuahia, Port Harcourt, all these places. If you go to Owerri and you go to the village, if you see houses, those guys are fighting competition to bring pipe boil water in the village. I'm not talking about the city, just in their village. If you see how the village is, you will be surprised. I think we can do the same thing too in Liberia, taking things from Morovia and spreading it out in the whole county in Liberia, like school or whatsoever thing we can do that. So, you know, if you want to do that, that would be great, because I think that will help those other people too, to improve the environment, the kind of water, like what we did in Pins Bay, Joba right now, that people can, at least the people around the community can come and get something to drink.
But I want to ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
Your business, because I also want to promote your business while you are on the show, so people, you know, they can find you. And I want somebody to say, oh, I saw your business over there. I want to get in touch with this person. Do you guys have a Facebook page, website, or is there any way that you can, so people can get in touch with you? People that are abroad, maybe somebody abroad want to order water for their family wedding or something.
Yeah. So right now I don't have a Facebook page. I'm kind of working on it, working on the Facebook page, but I just have the phone number and the logo, like I sent to you. I have T-shirts, and then we write it on the building, so I can share the number with my brother, who is the manager there, and he's always, you know, they're always delivering water. They're always willing to work with people. But but then when the time comes with the Facebook page and stuff, we try to share it, but we don't have a Facebook. It just water more right now, and then we hire a marketing person to go around to businesses and talk to people and carry some water so they can taste it, to see how the water tastes like and things like that. I'm just trying to bring that American kind of system where you know people can go out to the business and say, hey, this is Holy Spring Mineral Water. We'll give you 5 pack for today for free. We want you to taste it to see, you know, if you like it, then we can be your supplier and something like that.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to ask that so that way we know, because I know after this live people will be reaching out. Oh, how do I get in touch with that brother?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
at least I'll know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. You know, many Liberians overseas have tried to open businesses in Liberia, and because they don't have trusted people, that they fail. So when they see a successful business owners like you who already have this business going and things are really going well, if they want to invest, like you have the vision to open more of these mineral waters in different locations. I think instead of people, most of the time, you know, one thing we Liberians missed, you will see Americans here, instead of starting your own, you will say, okay, you know what, I idea, I can put money on it. I was watching Guatemala in Ivory Coast, and this Ivorian guy was talking about how he have a restaurant and he's opening it in different locations, and immediately comments started coming in. In fact, Guatemala himself said, you know what, I want to invest in all the locations too. So if Liberians on this platform or listening or will see this video later and want to reach out to you to say, you know what, brother, I want to invest, do you have some portfolio in place that you can say, okay, if you invest this amount, this is the share? Have you started thinking about those in that direction?
Yeah, that's a really good question you asked. One of the thing with business is that in America, most business are partnership. Most businesses in America are partnership. When it comes to African, and I didn't say Liberia specific, just Africa as a whole. The problem we have is trust issue.
Yeah.
Now, I will always want to partner with somebody who don't put money first. So, like, I have my boy Haji Gor. Like I say, he's my twins. He's very intelligent. He's smart kid. We work together. He's from Liberia. He has a degree, a master's in information system. So I work with him because he's somebody who we look at things in the long run. So let's say if I wanted to do a business with you and say, let's do the water business together. You bring 50, you bring 10,000, I bring 10,000, or 20,000. Let's do it for a start. Now, the 10,000 that I'm putting in here, I'm not expecting to get a $10,000 in 2025 because I know the business will have some ups and downs and stuff. So I don't want to start questioning your integrity right away. When we start making people, they say, oh, we sell $50,000 back of water today, or we sell 20,000 back of water today. Or they say, where all the money go? So building that trust first with the person who want to have a partnership with you is very key. And then to have business in Liberia, treat the employee like a partner, like a partnership. When you treat somebody like a partnership and they feel like they have investment, whether they don't even put any money in there, but the way you're treating them, they feel that they own that business. So if somebody go to them for them to bring you down, it will be hard. That's why you see most presidents in Africa will bring their close people closer to them because they know that it's not easy. Yeah, so that the people will let them down, but it's not easy for your own people to let you down just like that, especially your own family member. So it's too much greed. So I always willing to partner with people. I've talked to a lot of people because I've seen a lot of my Ghanaian friends that I hang out with. They partner together. I see a lot of my Nigerian friends. They partner together. One of the guys from Dubai, I was talking to him. He's an Arab. He said, we were asked, how do we ride the Ferrari? He said, I have 5 brothers. We all work. We try to get business. Then we put our money profit together. We buy 1 car for 1 person.
Wow.
Then we work together. We get our money. We buy 1 car for another person. By the time you know, we all get Ferrari. We all get Ferrari, and people don't know how we get them. And then we have businesses that we put together. We trust each other. We work together. I'm from Liberia. You are from Liberia. If you approach me and say, hey, Newton, I want us to build an apartment in Liberia, that would be great. So that people will give to our Liberian people something that it will get washer and dryer. which that's what I want to do in Pinsville, Joba, because of the place is populated. That's the goal. I already do the plans and stuff. We have washer and dryer. We have a garage. We have a solar system. We have water system where the people will not be suffering to get all these things. Let's do it together. Now we put together and project. If we build it, how much it will cost, how much we're going to make tomorrow. We join together and say, you know what, I already get the land. All we have to do now is just to do the building and see what the profit will be. If we have an agreement and we trust each other, we can make that business. But if I start saying, well, that may I bring my money, that may eat my money, man, that mean I'm not going to join to do business. Every business is a risk. Every business you do is a risk.
Of course.
Trusting the people that you don't think you can trust are the people who will do better than the people who you think you trust the most. So you always have to calculate the relationship. Me, I'm a social worker, so I think beyond, like I was telling you before. You know, like the person want to do business with me. What is their background? Have they done business before and they fail? Have they been successful in their businesses before? What kind of dealing have they had with people? Those kind of things. So I'm willing to work with people, anybody in Labrador, anybody from the diaspora that have an open mind. That's what I would say.
Okay.
You know, that have an open mind.
Yeah.
Okay. That question was on my mind. So Prince, thank you, because it will cover me. My next question is kind of, because you cover a few of the things that I already had on mind. You covered them in your explanation. But if we have this gap between the diaspora and back home that we all are working so hard to close the gap in order for us to develop Liberia. And most of the time on my platform, I know Prince then will attest some of the debate, because I throw these hard questions out there, like you say, you're a social worker. So I throw these questions about social issues so we can be able to have the conversation, because the solution starts with the conversation and how we work on the mindset. And we always have debate on my platform about, you every now and again you'll see on social media where somebody back home will say, oh, the Nigerians are investing in their country, but the people in the Liberians in the diaspora, they're not investing, compared to the Liberians. And our complaints are what you spoke about, the trust issues, having reliable people to execute the work, because there are so many people who have tried and failed because lack of integrity. And our people back home, they do not want to address that issue as a social concern. You know what I mean? They'll just laugh it off, make jokes about it, this, that, and the other. So if you had the opportunity to speak to our colleagues back home on what they can do to help inspire those with money in the diaspora to go back home and invest, what are some of the things that you would, request them to look into, change and do? Because our people that do believe that, I don't even want to use this terminology, but they believe that everybody in America is struggling, living from hand to mouth, pushing cartoons and this, that, and the other. And I said to somebody, I said, the reason why you don't see a lot of established Liberians that doing very well in the American society is because you're not trying to enter in the circles. They exist. You just need to change your circle and you will see them. They're available. Yeah. But how do we inspire them to go back home and invest when all these stories of lack of integrity just all over the place, and our people back home really take it for a joke and really don't want to address that issue in order for us to do what the Nigerians doing? Because the Nigerians, the differences is they can trust majority of the people back home. I should have just some people there who have, failed the family members in the diaspora in Nigeria. But majority of the time, they can sleep at night and knowing that their investment is going to be okay. And when they ask somebody to build a house, they go build a house. They ask somebody to buy a land. They're not going to sell the land to 5, 6, 7 people. You know what I'm saying? So what a message you have for our people back home when it comes to this issue?
Thank you. That's a really good question, and I will answer it in 3 parts. The first one, I'll just give you a quick story about myself. When I said I left from Liberia when I was 10 years old, I said this first before you came on. As a 10-year-old child, I lived in Freetown, Sierra Leone. No mother, no father, no brothers and sisters until I find myself in the United States. When I lived in Senegal for 3 months, and I went to Cape Verde Island. When I went to Cape Verde, I didn't have no family. I didn't have no family there. I didn't have anybody. I met a Nigerian guy. What they did was to give me, they have a bunch of market that they were selling. They would give me the market. They tell me to go sell it. I will sell it, take the profit. If the thing was called $50, I will sell it $60. Then if you say, okay, go and sell it for me for $40, I go and sell it $50. Then I come back and give him his $40. Then I take the $10. Okay, I did that for 3 months, but he didn't know me. I didn't know him at all. He was just taking chance on me. He didn't know me at all. He just told me that, I know you're from Africa, you're from Liberia, of course, Cape Verde is in Africa. I know we're all struggling, but this is what I can do for you. I will give you my business. You go sell it. You bring me $20. Sell this $20. If whether you sell it $25, $30, that's not my business. All I need is for you to bring me back my $20. So I did that. He did it. He trusted me without knowing who I was, where I was from, my background and stuff. The other thing is that Liberia, another major problem is that you have the gender office, social services and gender all together. In America, every state have a social services department. Every state have a social services department. Liberia need to have a ministry of social work, a ministry of social services, something like that, where every agency that people work, other places should have a social worker. Most places, government or private, they do have some of those social workers, or they will tell you, say, the EPA, you can call them when you get problem, call them online, tell them about your problem. If you get mental illness, they will help you. If you get disturbed in your family, they will help you. They do that, but we don't have that, right? So we don't have that system. There is a lot of awareness that's supposed to go on in Liberia that is not going on. Trust issue is one of the key. People do not trust each other. The people in the diaspora, because of one of two experiences that they have either happened to them directly, or they have empathy, they borrow empathy from somebody that it happened to somebody, the person have explained to them, and that's have impacted them, have changed their life, they have changed their mindset of going back to invest in Liberia. So the trust between the people from the diaspora and the people in Liberia is broken. Yeah. How do we face that trust? One, I went to Liberia, and I was telling my brother the other day, I was at the Royal Hotel. Let's say the Palm Spring Hotel. The security guy, there's this lady from America. She had the Durango Jeep. She came in, and the guy was helping the lady to park the car. He was behind her trying to show her to park the car, and stuff. When she get down from the car, the first word that came from her mouth was the F word. Wow. She started insulting the security guy. What you doing? What the F you doing? Just talking to him. So knowing me, I went off. So I went off. I said, so all the school you went to in America, all the thing you learned was to come back to Liberia and treat your own people like this. Yeah. You will not treat a security officer in America like this. You will not do that. Yeah. Instead of you giving the man $5 or $10 and say, thank you for directing me, you are insulting him. This is somebody's father. This is somebody, he's working here. But you came back from America with this old car that you ride, and that's what I said. That walk, I said, this car is nothing. Because this old car that you ride, I say, even me who talking, you don't even know me. You don't know. I come from America too, but I will never treat my people like this. So we also from the diaspora start to treat people in Liberia with respect also and dignity. Yeah. It's not because you're here and you learn that when you go back, you have to step on the people there too.
That is true.
That's a key thing, because we look at that and that's that traumatized the people mind. In Liberia, people in the diaspora, they think they're better than us. So you come there, you say, oh, I can't wash my hand. Well, where were you before you go to America?
Yeah.
Where
And
do you come from?
some of them
You
you
know,
see the neighborhood, it's not Beverly Hills.
right. So you try to associate yourself. You try to make sure to bring yourself to the level of the people, and that's where trust is built.
Mhm.
If you try to live more than me and you're better than me, it's hard for me to come close to you, because I would say it's hard for me to go to Jefferson, because Jefferson come from America. Me and him were friend here. He can't even talk to me. He can't say that. So for us to build that relationship of trust with the people, and then for them to build that relationship of trust with us, we cannot come and learn and go back to Liberia and treat our people like slaves.
Yeah.
We cannot do that. And
That's
our people in Liberia cannot be there, and we trying to turn their life around, and they try to trick us. So building that relationship of trust will help.
Yeah.
Awareness, treating people as a partnership when they're working for you.
Yeah.
One of the things the guy said to me was that I break my leg through this glass door. He showed me the place, and I was told to come to work. Even though I was hurt, I was told that if I don't come to work, I will get fired. Now, and I just an outside story, but something that break my heart, because I'm thinking, in America, if I even get sick and I have a headache, I tell my boss I'm not coming in today. They're not going to force me to come in. They're going to be like, okay, you good. I can stay in Liberia and work and call the people that honor me and say, I'm my assistant, send all my email to me and stuff and things like that. But we have to build that relationship of trust. Until we build that relationship of trust with both parties, things will continue to go like that. And I always say this: when you go through difficult time, it make you better. You cannot start doing business and be successful straight away. You go through some losses. If somebody like Bill Gates tell you, the guy that owned the Dollar Maverick, Mike Cuban, if Mike Cuban tell you how he started, the things he went through before he become a billionaire, you will be surprised. So, because sometimes some of us, when we try one time, and that one time didn't work, that's it. I would say, no, don't do that. And don't also borrow story from people. Like you were telling me, and I like that when you say, don't put the government on the spot. Let's do our homework and make sure if we're trying to hold the government accountable, we have proof and facts.
Yeah.
Okay, let somebody don't just can't say, oh, my brother eat all my money in Liberia and my business not go where you two. You say, okay, because of that, I'm not doing no business.
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of my friends will say to me. I'm not from Liberia, I'm from Ivory Coast. My man, you were born in Liberia. Your parents are from Liberia. You're not from Ivory Coast. So
I'm American now.
Answer to your question. Let's build that relationship of trust. The people from the diaspora need to humble themselves also to the people in Liberia and not be superior to them, because they are learned and they have come here and get all the experience so they can go back. So things like that will help. There's that lady Best. I always do look at Best show. Yeah, I would donate money on her platform. She gives some kind of purple thing or stuff, but I will always try to do stuff with people who there or something like that. But she will always put there and say, who want to do business? Like, who want to do business? Who can help this person to do business in Liberia? And then I reached out to her. I say, how do you know? Because I have lists of people that I wanted to send money to for them to do business. Then hold on. But then I reached out text. I said, how do you know that these people are going to use the money for the right purpose? Yeah. Then she said, I have people on the ground that will go and check with them to make sure they're doing the right thing. And I think that's some of the things that if you have a business in Liberia, you have to be involved. I'll be in Liberia in March. I go to Liberia every single year. Yeah. And then I also call to check what is going on. Don't say because you are my sister, I asked you to run my business. I cannot question you. So I told my brother, you are my older brother, but don't be offended if I ask you where this money go, what this happened. This is for accounting purposes. I have to know the expenses from the profits. I have to know what you are doing. So if I'm asking you, also, remember that is eating her money, that's why you asking me all this question. No. You see? So if you have a business in Liberia, go there. First of all, don't just send money to somebody in Liberia to do a business for you. You have to go there first and see what you want to do. And take the person out. You go eat, you have lunch, interact with the person.
Yeah.
See the partner, the behavior, the way the person is going to communicate with you, the body language. Are they excited because you are coming with thousands of dollars for you to do business and they feel that that's the way out for them? That's the question you ask yourself before. So don't just stay here and say, oh, I want to do business in abroad. They say it will cost 10,000. I send you the money for them to do it for me. The business, you're either not going to see no business or you're going to go there and the money is going to be gone. So build that relationship of trust. Go to Liberia, see the business that you want to invest in, do the assessment, and see that you feel comfortable with the business and the person that you want to do the business with before you can invest.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I will say to you, in America, when you go for a job interview, I interview a lot of people all the time for job, all the time. And the funny part, sometimes when they come visit or they come to my work, they say, can I see the program director? I'm here to see Newton. My assistant will say, let me go call my boss. When I showed up, they will ask me, are you Newton? Because they're surprised to see me in that position. But when you do the job interview and you like the person, what do? You call references. So when you go to Labrador to do a business and you have somebody that you say, I trust this person to do my business, you want to know what kind of connection this person have. Do some background check on the person. Go see the person reference, say, how you can get hold of this person tomorrow. All those parts, you have to put them in place before you can take your money and put it in somebody's hand and say, I'm from the diaspora. I want you to do this business with me. I hope this answered your question. I know it was a long stuff, but I was just trying to put pieces there so you can get those things. But those three things, building that relationship of trust, we being humble, making them to understand that, look, we are all the same and we need to work together. Trying to interview the person, going to Liberia to know the business that you want to get into and try to interview this person and get a sense of knowing whether this person is legit or not. Get to know 2 or 3 people that are connected to this person. Then you can go from there. That would be my advice.
Sorry, before we get started, before we continue, there's something I want to do quick because there are a few people that were asking questions.
But he didn't answer my question, so I don't want to lose the train of thought. Can
okay.
I?
No problem. Yeah, you can.
All right. So you gave an extensive explanation and everything is on point. But majority of the advice was towards somebody who wants to go do a business back home and which they are all, really good information, provide a positive work environment, be a humble employee. Be a humble boss, be transparent, all of that. You're absolutely 100% correct. But actually, the what I wanted you to address was, because when it comes to Liberians going back home to do businesses there, the end goal is actually to help develop Liberia, right? Most people here, they can stay here, retire, live a good life. You got your kids here, and be fine. The people back home are the ones who actually need employment. And these businesses is going to provide employment. And if you are not being reliable, forthcoming, and having integrity, then you stopping investors from coming into the country. So what I was asking was, what would be your message to the people back home that they can do in order to encourage Liberian investors here to go back home? I do appreciate, the information you gave to the investor here who want to go back home and what they should do. But I need to know what the people that back home should do.
Should be prepared for exit.
Yeah. So like I was saying, maybe I put all together, but like I was saying, the people back home, the people back home is the key issue here is trust. Like I was saying to you, is the key issue. We have had the mindset of not trusting the people back home, and the people back home also have the mindset and not trusting us. So they are on the way of finding way out for them to be, on their own tent of successfulness is by either duping somebody and taking the person money and stuff. So my message was that both parties have to build good relationship of trust. the people in Liberia have to trust the people here. They have to make sure that they are honest to be able to invite investor. But when the investor goes, like you go as an individual to invest, you should be able to acquire from the person who you're coming to employ or who you're going to be partner with in Liberia to do those background check. That's why I talk about when you get a job here, you will have, they will call references and they will check your references. So the people in Liberia, they need to be supportive. One, they need to be supportive. Two, they need to be honest. But somebody can just come to you, say, I'm honest, and you say, okay, I will take your word for it, you're honest.
Right.
So that was what I'm trying to, you cannot just, yeah, somebody can just come to you, say, oh, I'm honest, so you say, okay, I will take your word for it. You have to do your own background, because everybody in Labrador can't tell you, say, they're honest. Nobody will tell you they are dishonest. Nobody in Labrador will tell anybody, say, I'm a dishonest person. As soon as you say, I want to do something, oh, you know what? Me, I'm an honest person. I go to church. I go to church every Sunday. My pastor know me. Everybody know me. I will take your business to the next level. I will do your business right now. And that's the thing I'm talking about. I'll give you a good example. Albert is a guy who worked with my good friend Sandy, Mark Sandy. I went and I saw Albert. Mark Sandy can send 5,000, 6,000, any amount to Albert, and Albert will take care of it because Albert have shown to be worthy and he has shown to prove that trust. So the people in Labrador, they have to prove to us that they have to try to be trustworthy. So, but we have to build that relationship with them. But if we're only going to take their word, it's not going to happen. They have to make sure that they build that relationship with you. They make sure that if they say you can trust them, you can trust them. And sometimes you're going to put them to test to see if they pass the test. So my word to the Liberian people in Liberia, if you want people to come and invest in Liberia, be honest and trustworthy. It's not just say because you go to church. It doesn't mean that if you go to church, you are honest. Yeah. No, you know, because that's what I always say, my brother. It don't mean that way. Yeah. But you have to be able to build that relationship of trust with them. So if somebody in Liberia say, Mama, trust me, you give me 5 keke, I will take care of it. Well, where do you live? Yeah. Who's your family member? Who know you? We're going to go to the police station. We're going to write a notary note that if anything happens between me and you, these are the steps I'm going to take. Yeah. You know, those kind of things. Then they will bring their own people too, because it's both sides. You want to treat them right. They also want you to treat them right. So if you don't treat them right, they can also hold you accountable. Yes. So that awareness is what we need to preach in Liberia, so that we can say, not only you working for Newton, but do you know that if Newton don't treat you right, you can also hold Newton accountable for not treating you right? That way the person will feel, oh, so I get that right? Okay, then let me go work with Newton then. A lot of them don't know that. So those are the awareness and things that we need to put into them that will make other people to go back to Liberia, to trust them, and then they will trust us, because it's both sides. We don't trust them. Some of them don't trust us. Some of them we lie to them. And trust me, there are other Liberian people that have gone to Liberia and put people together and say they want to do business, collect some of their money, eat it, and they didn't do nothing for the people. It have happened. So it's both sides. So I hope that I answered the question now.
Yeah.
Just to add up,
there's something I want to do quick. Then when we come back, you guys will talk. But that way, you guys can think about all your questions. There are people that were asking, how do I promote my business, and I received some email on that too. So I wanted to play this short video. Maybe you guys, it's just a short video. Praying, how long is it?
It's about meaning.
Yeah, so I would do that while you guys think about your question. Then when we come back, then we will do it. Somebody, I'm not pointing a finger, but somebody gave me the video. They say I should play, or they'll put all my dirty clothes outside. So actually, I want us to take that little break. Then we will do it, but I will play it quick.
Okay.
All right, so that's it.
Thank you,
Now,
Jefferson.
now you see my daddy clothes. Me as a Hollywood celebrity, so paparazzi always behind me.
I'm like, the video there, you play, or should I start talking now? Right. As Newton said, Jefferson, I'm waiting for your contribution towards my Ferrari. Then next year, I was,
Exactly. Exactly.
Don't worry,
Exactly.
don't worry.
Let's do that.
Actually,
We
yeah,
actually,
can all get Ferrari.
Yes.
exactly. You know,
yeah,
Ferrari
and
for you, Ferrari for you, Ferrari for you.
exactly,
Yes.
yeah. And you
Yes.
know, Newton, one of the things I've been even telling Jefferson. There are a lot of Liberian business owners in the diaspora that have businesses back home, but we are not united.
yeah.
Because if we are united, if I'm going back home, you know, you can check. I can check on your businesses. If you going back home, you can check on my businesses. If we start doing that, it will make a difference. And when my next trip back home, I'm hoping to make an announcement when I'm there that hey, I'm here. If you have your business and you want me to go there and check it out, ask questions, I will sense something if something is going wrong, and I'll be able to tell you to point you a guy. Look, I invested more than 40,000 in the whole year time in 2020. When I went 2021, we were hoping to see a nursery, cocoa nursery with 100,000 trees. What was on the nursery was not even correct 2,000. Jefferson know the story.
That's true.
We invested 10,000 in timber to make timbers. By the time I got there, we were supposed to have two loads, which is 1,100 pieces. When I got there, we didn't have even 90 pieces. There was no money. One thing you pointed out was go there yourself. Do not sit in America and say, "Oh, you know what? The money I will spend to go, it will be too expensive. What you will lose will be too much." Then, if you go there, you be there, you establish it, you will know a lot. A lot that you put in. My other thing is that what you said about we being humble. Look, we were traveling to Grand Jita. We got stopped in I think Totota. There was a immigration checkpoint there, and this immigration guy came and said, "Oh, everybody out of the car, go to our office." My driver was like, What you know who that man is?" And I told him, I said, "No. In America, when the police tell me park, I park. That police officer in America that is no different from the police officer here. If this guy think we should get down, like every other cars are doing, let's get down. I don't mind." And when I went, I shook their hands and tell them, "You guys are doing a great job." And he said, "Can I see your ID?" I gave him a driver license. Whatever they wanted me to do, I comply with it. Let's be humble. And to your message to the people too back home, try to respect, because sometimes you bring yourself humble too, and then they take you
Oh
for a
yeah,
fool too.
yeah.
This has to be both ways, guys. We want to be humble. You guys back home, please don't take that as an advantage.
Yeah.
I go home, I try to make as much friends as possible. My workers, I'm always trying to be cool with them and all that, but I also want them to make sure to know that this is straightforward. Whether you my brother, you my sister, you're working
Yep.
on this, when it comes to the work, it's serious business.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for bringing out all these points, because
Yeah.
we and we need to create awareness, and we need to unite
I, yeah.
diaspora Liberians.
I think the
Let's
people.
unite
Yeah.
and check on each other businesses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot, hold somebody accountable when you don't give them the tools
Yeah.
for them to use. You can also be friendly.
Mhm.
Like in your home, I don't know, I have kids, I have girls, I get girls, 3 girls. They make me laugh and all the time and stuff, but we can joke, but I hold them accountable, because
Mhm.
it's very important for you to be friendly at the workplace, at your business place, but to also hold everybody accountable. And there's role.
Mhm.
You, the boss man, you can't do everything You don't want to do everything. You want to delegate responsibility to people.
Yeah.
When you
Absolutely.
dedicate responsibility,
Yep.
it can far way. It make things easy for you. You don't want to do everything, but as a Liberian, what I have seen, I was the president for the Liberian organization here. I just ready resigned because I took a bigger role to be the president of the United African of Utah. So all the refugee organization in Utah, I'm the president. But when I was in my leadership, that's what I do. I delegate responsibility, and then I just wait back for people to come to me, or I check on them to see how they're doing. So don't just give somebody stuff to do something and say, "Oh, I trust that my auntie over there, my
Yeah.
auntie will do everything." You can't ask questions, or you say in the culture, a young boy can talk to the older person because of business purposes. You're not going to make any money.
Yeah. You
You
gotta be.
can do what you want to do. You
Yeah.
have to hold them accountable, but
Yeah.
give them the tools and things that they need to do their job.
Yeah, that's true, and that's you have to be a leader. Like if it's out here, some of the work that I do when I'm project manager, I'm the first to go, I'm the last to leave, and a lot of times I know every single details of the work, what's going on. I'm not, like somebody doing this. I'm not micromanager, but I make sure everybody has what they want and how things are going. The same mindset I'm applying on a lot of the people that work with me in Liberia on YouTube, every video they post, I look at the keywords, I look at the title, I look at the thumbnail, I watch the video to make sure it didn't say something that is, in certain way. And my sister, Patricia, she always asking me, how do you know? I said, but I have to know what's going on. I can't just say you are just post the video that it, or just do that. That's it. I have to see what all going on. That way, when they post a title that is not good, I said, no, change that title. Or sometimes we change it. But I'm not just sitting back. You have to be a leader. You have to, even though they have their positions, you give them their position, they know what they're doing. But being a good leader, giving people responsibility. And a lot of people, one thing I learned too, a lot of people when they're doing stuff with people, they just think that's it. They don't take charge. A good leader is somebody who get involved with things. That's one of the things I know about Liberia. Liberia, when you get something, you say that you're the manager. That manager will go to work around 10 a.m. And then by 12, 2 hours later, they're having their lunch break, which is 12 to 1. And then before you know it, 3, they are getting off work. I said, okay, what did you do the whole day? Oh, I'm the manager. I just told the people what to do. I said, man, it shouldn't be like that. You have to really understand and teach our people too, because the work ethic that some of us will learn here, some of them haven't really had that experience. So we have to be patient with them, teaching them. But one thing I want to add on about the people back home, the question that my sister asked, I think the people back home, they also need to encourage us for us to keep continue doing things in Liberia, because I think that was 2021, I sent camera equipment to Liberia, all the stuff that my people needed, tripod, all the little things. Well, and through UPS at the time. That time I didn't know much about Liberian shipping stuff and all of that. And when that stuff get at the airport, they went and hold on to the stuff. There was nothing there, this thing can go through the US airports, and there was nothing there that says, because I check all the stuff that's supposed to stop, that they can stop. But when they got there, they stopped the stuff, and guess what? We have to go from one person to another person. Everybody wanted to eat their own. And at the end of the day, before we even got that stuff, the guy told my guy, go and meet me on the highway, bring that small thing that I asked you. And this thing won't encourage Liberians to do stuff if we continue to do something like that.
And they don't do it to foreigners.
Yeah,
They do it to Liberians.
Yeah, a lot of
I
times.
go back home. I'm
we're
carrying
not sure, right? We're not sure that they don't do it to foreigners. We're assuming, but I agree. I sent my 2017 Escalade. I sent it to Labrador, and I regret it. And I said to myself, I will never send car to Labrador no more. I will either go buy it there, but I will not send it there. I pay almost $7,000 to free the Escalade from the people, because it was the same thing. Just going here, the other person want this, the other person want this. Or they got a big car and this and this and this and this. It was just too much. I was like, you know what? It was the wrong idea for me to ship the car to Labrador in the first place. But of course, which country? What kind of people who you don't want country your nice car in your country?
Yeah.
Let other people come and see. We go to Nigeria, we go to Ghana, we go to Cape Verde, we go to South Africa. We see cars, you know. So I mean, you know, those things. So, but I think it's just the system. We just got to work. We have to work to make the system better.
That's
You
true.
know, what I always say, let don't hold. We can hold them accountable, but we also we can do something that can make it, that can bring different into the country. We have a part to play.
Well,
Yeah.
one thing you said in your explanation that I 100% agree with. I know we said here, we talk about, you know, America and the citizenship and what they're doing right. But let's be really honest here. If they did not put a system in place, the people that will be doing crocodile work
That's true.
here
That's
too.
true.
So
Yeah.
the one thing that you said that I do agree with going forward is like if you're trying to do a business in Liberia, and you know me, I let us say the people that let us run a business like charity. Don't do it like charity and just
No,
leave
but you're right.
leave
Yeah.
somebody.
You're the charity business.
You have to, yeah, because
No, it's true.
but you
It's
have to
true.
establish the business with a system, with ground rules, with principle, with
Yeah.
boundaries,
Yep.
you know, and leadership, the different style of leadership. So, hey, some people are going to be servant leaders. They're going to be transformational leaders. They're going to be autocratic, democratic. You know, if you know, depends on the kind of team you have. You might have to micromanage the team. Depend on how reliable the team is. You can just delegate and relax and, you know, have oversee. But you have, since we're working on the integrity in Liberia, you have to understand, even if that chicken soup market you opening, you gotta have a system that has auditing, a system that has check and balance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't just say, oh, I send my enter money and she spoiled my business. Because
Yeah.
if you don't have that check and balance, you don't have auditing, you don't look. Well, I will say this. When I went in Liberia in 2017, I bought my land. Hey, the people are behind me 24/7. You build something on it. The people were still there. They would. I said I would not build nothing on my land until I read it too.
Yeah.
If somebody's put anything there, I don't even want to say what I said I was going to say to do, right? But I am telling
It's
you,
too much for TV.
it's too much for TV. I am telling you,
Yeah.
since I bought that land 2017, and in a very nice strategic area, I never bought an hour to build anything on it, and I felt confidence. You wanna know why I would never worry? I got a check and balance system. I got a main person that monitor the land, but I do send people behind him every quarter that somebody new. And then like Prince was saying, when I got a friend going to Liberia, I said go check on my land for me.
Yeah.
So that check and balance system been in place in 2017, and nobody touched my land yet.
Yeah.
The day I ready to live in the house, like grandpa can get there with me. As I ain't paying no house for nobody to go live inside it for free. Oh, you like this and other no my children here. That yeah, I live it. Like yeah, I will spend my money, but when I ready to live in Liberia by God's grace, which I will live there. Myself will go Liberia. I will rent one apartment for 6 months and I will sit down there and I will build my house when I want to, because it hurt my feelings that people got to hurriedly do things that they don't want to do just because of lack of integrity. That's a lot about the country, and that's not good for the integrity, for the repetition of the citizens.
Yeah.
Let it be a place where people can buy land and they build when they're ready. Now you got to forcefully spend money and put zinc house down for somebody to sleep there. Then you got to pay the person to watch the property. All of that is not a good sign of us having trust, us having integrity within the community. So I totally agree with you. When there is we're underestimating our people, and our people back home, they're not, excuse my language, I'm not trying to offend nobody, they're not foolish people.
Yeah.
The people are not. We
They
need
say
to stop,
Drum, but Jack
we need to stop looking down on our people. The only reason why our people are doing most of the things they're doing is because of a broken system.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I mean? When I went in Liberia one time, I was doing a buffet. And the girl said, oh, that's not going to work. Within 5 minutes, all the food going to be gone. I said, no, that's not true. You are trying to tell me that the people that are coming to the party don't have discipline enough to make sure that they get their plate and everybody get theirs before it takes a second. And we made an announcement We told the people how the system gonna go. It was fine. The buffet went good. You just have to put a system in place. And the people, so long we hold the people accountable, we hold ourselves accountable, and we treat the people with respect, like our brother said, and we lead by example. The people gonna do what the people gonna do, because that's the only thing that got Americans doing what they have to do.
Yeah, you're right.
In place.
You're right.
They're not better than us.
Yeah, you're right. Let me add something on there. A lot of times you see somebody will say, oh, we clean the floor, but then the people put it there back. So I said, but do you know that in Beverly Hills, every day there are people from the city hall that will always go around picking up trash. They know that a place that Beverly Hills is very clean, but they know that people will always put trash. But they have their system where every Wednesday there's trash truck going to pick up trash. There is there group of people on the street picking up the trash every day. They don't say because our citizen, every time we clean the place today, tomorrow they pick up the thing. So we should just blame the people. Do you have a system? Do you have public service announcement? Educating the people? Are you doing all these things? I think what you were saying, you were right. Liberia need that system. Keep educating people, having a system. It'll be good. But in Liberia, it's just not like that. And that's why everybody that work with me, I always tell them, I say, they've been working really good. Like everybody know what they're doing. Yeah, if you have issue, there's a manager there, talk to the manager. If you have this is this person's job responsibility. So in my platform, we are posting video every day. We are posting video, and somebody who's supposed to post video on Wednesday, they know they have to post video on Wednesday. That's their job responsibility. Don't wait until Wednesday for me to call you. Hey, what happened? Why didn't you post video? They say, oh yeah, they were raining the other day, so I didn't go post video. I said, why didn't you tell me? So all of them know if there's certain things, situation happening, they will tell us, oh, due to this reason, we can't do that. They know they have that system. And if they tell my manager and she doesn't tell me, the next thing you know, I'm going to talk to her like, hey, this person told you about this. Why didn't you communicate it? For that reason, that's why our platform recently is going smooth and everything, because you have to have some type of system. You have to have something, give people a job, give them responsibility. That's how it's supposed to be. And even me, I tell them, I don't want people calling me all over 2 a.m., 1 a.m. Liberia has different time. Talk to your manager on ground. She will make a call to me and report something. The same thing people do. When you want to buy your house, they'll say, oh, just send me small thing. I'll buy some break. Don't send me small thing, I'll do this. I said, but do you ask the person like to really organize things? How many breaks do we need? How many of these things do we need? How many nails do we need? They don't do all of those things. So you send somebody $5, they say, okay, sometimes they spend only $2. And you don't know how much you are spending to even build a house because you keep sending money over and over. Yeah.
I gotta go.
Oh yeah.
Go. Thanks
Absolutely.
for having me. And if you want to come on see Liberia clearly, you're welcome. My platform, brother.
Absolutely. I would like to come there. Yeah.
Not you.
Not you.
I will love to come. I will ask Jefferson will give me give me your information.
Yeah.
I will get information from Jefferson, your WhatsApp and everything, and then I will connect with you. If you have anything we have with like my expertise, like I said, I do social services, domestic violence. I've been doing that. I have a master's in it. I've been doing it for a very long time here in the United States.
Well, then we can talk about that on my platform.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I say so when you're ready on your platform, if you want to talk about some of those things, you can. I will get your information from Jefferson, and then I will reach out.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thanks for
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. And the same thing goes to the both of you. If you're ready to go, I know we've been here for a long time now, and I really appreciate you and praying for coming. If you're ready to go, my brother, the star of the day, Newton. Yeah, let me go. I think I'll try to put a link in here so those that want to come on. Before I leave, I think there's somebody we're asking. Yeah, but Pring, you want to go, right?
Yeah, if you have any questions you want to ask before we go, that's fine. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm about to leave, but I just want to say again, Nathan, thank you so much. I will try to through Jefferson connect with you I run a platform called True Liberia. Um, uh, if I think you saw the video. It's about promoting Liberian businesses in Liberia and around the world. We have a website. You can add your businesses there, different businesses on there, mainly the businesses that are leading so far. Guest houses, hotels, restaurants, beaches, anything you need to find for Liberia. The inspiration came when I was in Liberia. I went to Liberia and I was in Banga looking for a restaurant, not La Papido. But I was stopping the car and asking people, where's the nearest nice upscale restaurant, and they would send me somewhere. I would drive there, and there was that's there's a La Papido. I left from there discouraged, came to the U.S. and later started looking online and seeing there are really good restaurants in Bangor. There are good restaurants in Buchanan, in Zwedru. So we have started listing those businesses, and not just restaurant alone, but just about every type of Liberian businesses. So True Liberia is there. We promote Liberian businesses, show the spotlight, and of course we are also teaming up with Liberian TV Network, the biggest
Uh-huh.
online TV platform on the online.
YouTube. Yeah.
I'm about to launch a marketing and development company in Liberia too, called Terra Market Group. So if you want to you need a marketing company to market to manage your social media pages. Reach out to us, but reach out to us. That we take it out of your hands and we do it for you. We are already doing it here in America, and I'm trying to open the branch in Liberia. We will also be doing web development, building websites. We have several websites we've already started. We've already been building for the Liberian Music Award and other platforms. So again, I want to say thank you so much, and I really appreciate the time today and your insights so much. I would like to know you more and learn more about your story, bro. 10 years old, have no father and mother
Yeah.
around, and living in Sierra Leone. Man, that's something. And I
Yeah.
think we need more people following your story, even in Liberia, and knowing that you can make it just by knowing your story. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Prince. Thank you. I'll keep in touch.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Prince. I'll see if I can play maybe it won't be on. But anyway, I wanted to play your commercial again later after before we leave. But
Oh,
um,
all
yeah,
right.
you can. I'll talk to you later.
All right. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, my brother, your story is very inspiring. Not a lot of Liberians you'll see that are doing, that will go through what you went through and still believe in the country and still want to do more for the country. One thing I can tell you for sure, don't give up on Liberia. There are always a lot of challenges. Like I said, man, some of us who've been working hard. This Liberian TV network that people see, I started this long time ago, everything out of my pocket, but the people that you deal with there, sometimes they don't think about it like that, and you meet this person, the person is not good, you meet the other person, they're not good. Finally, before I was able to find people. But one good thing I learned is that like it's what you were saying. I was trying to do everything while I was out here, but you have to go there and start things and know who you are dealing with, because the mindset that the people have there too is a little bit different. Like there are different type of people in Liberia. When you meet the right person, you always know,
Mhm.
because there's some people who don't want to do it, who don't want to work at all. There are some people who want to work, but they will start, and then after a few months, before you know, they started coming down. And there are other people that you have to keep pushing, like a Toro. You got to keep putting fire on them. So, but there are some people that are very passionate. Like the team that I have right now, they're very passionate. They love what they are doing, and that's why I said, man, I wish I knew this. I would have gone to Liberia to study myself. Like you were saying, that advice you were giving people. I hope a lot of people learn from you. I hope you can come back again for us to be talking about Liberia business, for us to encourage young Liberian to do things differently, because people who have done things different in Liberia, they have business there. Those that haven't done it different like you are doing, those are the one when they go back home. There's no, whether they were building a house or something, when they go back, there's no, even sometimes there's no business at all. And they'll be thinking, man, all the money that I spent, then when they come back, they hate Liberia more than ever before. That country, I'm not even gonna go there. Um, yeah, but from your point, your side of thing, this the question goes to you. How can we? What are some of the strategy we need to work on to encourage Liberian back home to start doing things differently, like to start doing things the right way, like the trust issue. What are some of the things that we really need to do? Like, what are some of the strategy to apply?
Yeah, I think the people back home, some of the strategy we need to do, again, we need to build that relationship of trust, with them, and they also need to be open and willing to be successful.
Yeah,
Because if you're striving, and somebody come and say, I want to change your life, I want to help you so that we both can benefit. It have to be 50-50. They have to bring something on the table. We have to bring something on the table for us to work together.
yeah,
So the big issue is trust. Like I was saying to the sister, it's like a lot of people, we just don't trust each other, but we have to put that away. And the people in Liberia have to be aware that the goal is to support them so that they can be independent, self-reliance, and be able to take care of their family, and not just depends on government.
yeah,
Government can do everything for everybody,
yeah,
because the norm in Africa is when you get into the government, then your life is settled because you can get stuff. But we don't need to do that.
yeah,
What we need to do is to be able to establish that community to community.
yeah,
Let each community support each other, and let each community trust in each other. So when somebody approach you to do business with you, be trustworthy so that the person can be able to work with you. So I think that's what the brothers and sisters back home have to do. They have to have that free mind so
yeah.
that people can trust them, and they can also trust the people too.
If somebody wanted to get in touch with you for things that doing business in Liberia consultation, are you somebody who open to that, or you believe? Do you also believe in networking? Because there are some like-minded Liberian who may want to do business in Liberia, and they might want to connect with you. Not, you don't have to be business partner, but like Liberian business togetherness type of where you advise each other. Are you open to the kind of stuff? And how can they reach out to you on Facebook, or what's the best way to reach out to you? You don't have to
Yeah,
answer this part of it. Yeah.
yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with, somebody want to do business in Liberia, they can always reach out to me. You can put my phone number on your platform. You get my email, you get my phone number. You can put all that on the platform. They can reach out to me, because I think, not even being a partner, but just working as a team is very important. Teamwork, networking is the best. I have two businesses in America, right? Like I was talking about, me and my boy, Haji Go. We do a lot of stuff together, so I can be able to talk to you and say, this is my idea, this is what I know, this is what I think you can do. Especially going back home to do business in Liberia is something that I can educate people on too. So I'm always free, email, phone calls, WhatsApp,
Yeah.
everything is good. So you can put my information out there.
I think what I want to do, because I done this, I learned a little lesson from a Liberian who lives in the US. He has a Liberian store. When he's like an older brother to me. One time I went to a store and we were talking and people were watching like today. He said, "Oh no, no problem. Put my phone number there." Trust me, that I regret why I put his phone number on the platform. The reason is that because people were calling him from everywhere, New York, everything, asking him certain questions. So what I would do, for the people that are watching, if you want to reach the brother, just email me liberiantv@gmail. Then I'll send his information to you. That way we are straining the process. It's not just everybody calling you for all kinds of things that may not make sense, maybe. And then there is always time zone, and people who live in Australia, they live in other places, they might just call you. So the best thing we can do is to do it like that. That way, the real people can actually call you. Because if somebody make effort to email us, that shows that the person actually serious. So if you
Right.
have any question, you want to know, I can put your Facebook page there. That part of it,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
reach.
Put my Facebook page there. I have two Facebook page. The one is Gayson, which is the Garrison, Grayson same last name Gborway. And then my first name Newton Gborway, Newton Gborway. Those are
Yeah.
my two Facebook page. They can reach out to me, and then again they can reach out to you. You can reach out to me.
Yeah.
I'm always willing to help because we have to support each other.
Okay.
We have to support each other.
Absolutely. That's how it's supposed to be. We have to support each other in a sense of, helping each other grow. The one thing I like is the fact that Liberian, some of the like-minded Liberian, when you're doing something with them, they're asking you, how can I help you to advance you? So for me, I like that kind of thing. And it's always, it doesn't have to be about money, but the little advice you get from somebody, it's very important. So I think this is your. Can you see can you see it? What I'm putting up there now.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
That's it, right? That's your
Yeah,
first one.
yeah. That's the first one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the best thing you guys can do if you want to, you have any question with a brother, go to his Facebook page. That's the name right there. Go to his Facebook page, asking questions, and see what happened. All right. So the other Facebook page, how you call it again?
So the other one is Newton, Newton, the same last name.
Oh, okay.
So just Newton, Newton, and then
Okay.
Gborway.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's important that people who are listening, we're grateful that you are here. We're all Liberians. We want to support each other, but if we are successful in the diaspora, we want
Mm-hmm.
to take that back home. Our country is our country. We
Yeah.
have to develop our country. We have to help the people back home. We don't want to be superior to them, but we want to look at them as our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Working together collectively is the key. Let's
Yeah.
support each other, and let's do it with respect and dignity.
Yeah. So, one of the things I want to ask you, are you like building house right now, or what part of Liberia would you like to stay? If you don't have to say that. It might be a little personal, but I'm just saying.
No. I mean, I don't like to stay too far, to be honest. Like in Marshall and all those places, I think like I like to be in the city. So
Mm.
I do have. I'm not building a house for myself, but right now in Liberia, I have those compound that I bought in Pinsville, Joba, that I want to
Oh,
break
wow.
it down and build a 3-story apartment, so I can do like Airbnb or rent it. And then I have the spot I have in Fender, that are trying to build the 20 apartments, two bedrooms and stuff. But I'm going to go to Liberia by the grace of God in March, so I can see where I can try to find a place that I will build for myself to be able to stay and stuff. But I already like to stay in town,
Yeah.
I like
So
to stay.
when you go there now, do you stay in a hotel or you?
Yes, when I go, I stay I rent the Airbnb. The last time every year I go to Labras, I've been staying one place consistently is the Ocean View apartment opposite the Old American Embassy. That's
Wow.
where, yeah, just opposite the Old American. Very safe,
Yeah.
security, everything is around there. So for the past 3 to 4 years, I've been going to Labras. I've been staying right into that into that same place.
Yeah.
This year we changed because I'm trying to see if I can go with my daughters, so they can see Liberia, my wife, and everybody. I try to go with them so they can see Liberia.
Yeah. So one of the questions I wanted to ask you, this one is a selling question, so you can sell your water. What makes your water different than other water that they sell there?
That's a good question. I think what make our Holy Spring water different, the main difference is that the taste of the water.
Okay.
Our water go through 3 different systems. Of course, we have the coil machine that do it, and then we have the other machine that take all the dirt out of the water and put it one side, and then send out that pure water to all the other sifter before the water can go to the coil machine. So the taste of the water is really good, and then the environment is really, really good. So if you see the environment where the water is, how it was put together, you already know that, okay, this is like I feel comfortable drinking this water. So it's really clean. It's pure different.
That's it. Well, my brother, I've been talking to you this long, and I I don't want to keep you too long, so that the next time you can come by, you'll be happy to come by. You won't say, this man, you go and show you just sitting there the whole day. I just speak my little colloquial.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so but I want the next time I'm calling you, hey, you want to do a show today? You'll be coming to me. So, but do you have anything to say, final things to say before, or what advice do you have for people who are living abroad who sometimes they don't want to do things in Liberia because they think the country is corrupt, the country is that. Do you have any encouragement for them to go and do business in Liberia? Because someone like you are making a difference.
Yes. So thank you for that question, and thank you for inviting me to your platform. I will start with you first.
Yeah.
They say give flower where it's due before the person is gone. I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much for taking the time to put this platform together. I think Liberia, we are proud of you. I think the people in Liberia and the people in the diaspora should be proud of you for you to have this kind of platform where people can come on and express themselves and talk about their beloved country, Liberia.
Yeah.
Then to the people in the diaspora from Liberia, we are Liberians. Home is always home, just like I said. What can we do for Liberia, not what Liberia can do for us?
Mm-hmm.
We have the opportunity to come out of Liberia to come and establish ourselves. The best thing we can do is to give back to Liberia.
Yeah.
So going back to Liberia and establishing a good business or supporting people, paying school fees, giving widows money for Christmas or July 26th, if that's the way for you to make a difference, that would be a way to make a difference. We don't all have to go into politics. Maybe we can we can go to politics one day. That's okay.
Yeah.
But for now, we can be able to share what we have with the people in Liberia. And the people in Liberia, my message to you is to continue to be honest and very supportive to the people in the diaspora that want to do business in Liberia.
Yeah.
If they trust you, maintain that trust.
Okay.
Trusting go a long way in life. To be dishonest cannot take you anywhere because people are going to find out who you are. So my advice to you is to be honest and do things that will help you to better your life. So again, thank you, my friend, for giving me this opportunity. Call me
Absolutely.
anytime to come on the show. If anybody reach out to you, they want to talk to me, I'm always available.
Mm-hmm.
I love Liberia. I'm a Liberian and I will always be. So thank you for the
Absolutely.
opportunity.
Thank you so much. I know I said this could have been the last thing, but one of the person in the viewer that been commenting the whole day, Mianta, I respect you. Thank you so much for your support. She asked questions, so if you can answer that question before you leave.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm doing it because she said, how did you come up with the name Holy Spring?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Well, when I wanted to do the water thing, I reached out to a couple of my friends. One of my friends, Sendopo, he gave me a lot of names for me to take. I also reached out to my brother Isaac and Borwe Senior, and then they came up with a lot of. So we saying holy, in the aspect of not like the aspect of the Bible, but holy is mean clean. We say, clean, spring and then water. Water is life. So we thought like, holy spring water is something that we kind of people will look at, it will stand out. So when I look at all the name and I see Holy Spring, I was like, okay, we're gonna go with Holy Spring. So we registered the business at Holy Spring. So yeah, so water is life and the holy is pure, and we try to make sure that the water is pure. We try to make sure the water tastes good. We try to make sure that, people enjoy the taste of the water and stuff like that. So that's how I came up with the name. So just with the help of my brother and
Yeah.
my friend, I was able to come up with the name Holy Spring.
That's a good name though, because it's like holy water. Or saying it's a good catch.
Yes.
Yeah, but like I was saying, thank you so much. And let me first say before I let you go, let me say, Miata, thank you so much for your support, your hard work. Email. I hope you email me because I would like to also bring you, or maybe promote your business in Liberia. I will say the same thing I'm gonna do with his brother. I will send my people to his business so many Liberian can see. Maybe that's when we will put their phone number in the video. We want to do a very good video for you guys so people can see it on our platform. But Miata, we can do the same thing for you. We can advertise your business. Liberian TV Network is actually we want to empower people. We want to have a platform where people can come here and express themselves, and also um, then advertise their businesses. And it's not all about all the things. It's more about separating business from politics. Sometimes everything don't have to be about politics. Like a lot of the platform that we know about, sometimes it's all about political talk. Sometimes I want a platform that people can talk about business. They can inspire young people or other people to go do something. So, my brother, I appreciate you so much for coming. I hope you will always come here. This platform is open for you to come. If something bothers you about Liberia, come and express yourself. Everything, like I say, it can be milk and honey. If
Yeah.
this something is bad, come and talk about it like we talked about it earlier. If you see something and you do your research and it is that's how it worked there, you can come. We can all talk about it. A lot of government officials been following this platform for a long time, so a lot of them learn from what we post. Um, so if you are saying something, they will learn from it. I think some of the people that follow our platform, the government officials that follow our platform, they are very respectful. They don't. I've never heard anyone tell me that, oh, the minister watched your platform and they hit me. They just a lot of time they try to learn from it and do something. One time we posted a video of a bad road in West Point, not West Point, Mamba Point. And few weeks later, the next thing I know, they went there and started cleaning that road. And the person emailed me. The person said I shouldn't say that name, but they said we watched your video and then we decided to take action. So I was like, wow, that's really good. That's how you make a difference. Everybody has to play a part. I'm
Right.
playing my part to bring people here who will express themselves how they feel about Liberia. Some people will learn from it and want to do something. I've interviewed many people here, and some of those people encourage other people to buy land in Liberia to start their own businesses. I think I'm doing my part, and a person like you deserve more because. Oh, one thing we didn't talk about, you say you also do football thing. You get involved in the community.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't
I
know if
do.
you want to talk about it or we should save it for next time. It's up to you.
Yeah, I can talk about it quick.
Yeah.
But then when we leave, don't forget to send me the information for the lady and the guy, their platform.
Oh,
So you can send
absolutely.
it in their WhatsApp number if you have it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I've been in Utah for almost 20 some more years. We have a Utah Lone Star. Of course, it's the team Liberian Lone Star. But we have I'm the president for the Utah Refugee Sport. We bring all the different teams together from different country every year. We play. If you check on my platform, on my Facebook page, you will see some of the soccer trophies, soccer games, and my pictures and stuff. You will see that. But not only do we play soccer, we bring we bring the guys together from 16-year-old to all the way 27, 28. We invite DCFS, Department of Family Child Services, to come and talk to them. College people come and talk to them. Gang related police officer, to change their life, to make them to understand that education is the key. And like I was saying, you don't have to have PhD, you don't have to have a master degree like me. You can go to a mechanic school, you can go to a vocational school, and you can learn. But once you have something that you can stick with, but we use soccer as a platform to help most of the guys to understand all these different type of workshop and things like that. So I also, when I go to Liberia, I'm part of the Lucky Soccer Academic in Liberia. I just joined that recently, where we try to support the kids, for them to play soccer in Liberia. When I went there, I visited two other uh, soccer academy where I buy soccer ball and donate to them and stuff like that. So I love to see young children coming up again. As at the early age for me, just at that 10-year-old child living in Sierra Leone, I didn't have that opportunity that
Yeah.
everybody have. But I think the best way I can give in that way. So I have been doing soccer here in Utah for over 15 years now, and I really love it, and I still do it. So I help a lot of the kids, even some of the guys that get into trouble. I build relationship with the Utah what they call it, the Utah refugee Utah justice lawyers. They get 400 lawyers. Utah Justice League. They are all lawyers, and anytime somebody get into trouble, I reach out to them. I talk to them to help the kids and to help the guys and stuff in any way they can. So soccer is my passion. Everybody know that. In fact, when you see me coaching, you'll be like, "What?" I'll be yelling, running around and stuff like that. But I also want to have a soccer team in Liberia. My brother just approached me and talked to me about a team that came to the water side and they wanted us to sponsor them. So I
Wow.
told him I'm going to do that, and then when I get to Liberia, I will try to talk to
Right.
them too. Yeah, so those kind of things.
That's good, man. That's good, my brother. Like I said, we need to save some of the good conversation for next time
Yeah,
because, like, I would really like to have you on the show, all the time.
anytime, anytime,
Talk stuff.
anytime, anytime.
Yeah, because for me, I'm more passionate about Liberian who are making the difference. That's it. Again, is the reason I switch things around a little bit from the normal platform, all the maybe taking side. This is the person I like, politician I like. I didn't like it. No, for me, I'm always neutral. I can say
Right,
I will never talk politics here. There will come a time we will have a session for politics, but sometimes we have to bring people like you. Many people,
right,
some people don't know the men and women that are making it different in the country, a country that has that went through civil war, and having
right.
someone like you, when people get to see you here, you can encourage them to want to do something too there. Maybe that's why it's a good idea for them to come and ask someone like you and say, hey, how are you doing it? How did you do it with all the corruption? Maybe you can teach them one or two things. So
Right.
for me, I want to have a platform that is neutral in some ways where people can come and argue with each other about politics. They can also talk business. We can shine spotlight on good Liberians that are making a difference. I feel like I'll be playing my part. You are playing your part. Everybody playing their part. It's not all about why government did not do this. It's more about how can we help too.
Yeah,
While we are blaming government for certain things, and in some areas um, they're supposed to work on, then we are working in our area. We can still go and run and want to be this, but at least we have already played our part. If
yeah,
you were running, people will say, that guy he had a business. That guy he has his own money. Or they won't say because you only want to be this because of the money. Because you
yeah.
have your own stuff already. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah,
there's
if I may, what do you call, I just want to give shout out for to a couple of people before I
yeah,
go. First,
absolutely.
I want to give shout out to my wife.
Mhm.
My wife is very instrumental. She was born in Gabon, but she's from Mali.
Mm,
She's been very, very supportive. So
nice.
I say shout out to her. I also want to say shout out to Harry. Harry is the manager for the water factory in Liberia, and then my older brother Isaac Borway Senior. He's the architecture. I call him he called me the CEO. I call him the CEO. But he's very very honest and hardworking
Yeah,
guy, and I trust I wouldn't have get all these things together, all these lands and stuff together, if not because of him. So I just want to encourage him if he's watching or if he's going to watch this
yeah.
platform later.
Is that
That
Harry Kakula?
yeah,
No, yeah,
Harry,
he's coming. Yeah, he commented.
yeah, Harry,
His
Harry,
first
and then
comment was amazing job, sir. Thank you. Then another comment is this is so encouraging and I'm happy so much. And yeah, so he been commenting. God
that's
bless you, sir. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So and Isaac Borway Senior, he's the architecture behind all this stuff. Very honest and hardworking brother. That he's an example to all of us. So again, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, and I'm willing to come on your show at any time. So
Thank
thank you,
you so
sir.
much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I'll
Yeah.
just be here a little bit, but yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Thank you. See you.
All right, bye. Hello, I hope you guys you've been enjoying this show. Oh, I just put the link before I go. I'm gonna be here a little bit before I go. I have the link in this video in the comment section. So try clicking on the link if you can come on and maybe there's something you observed during the show and you want to come on and talk to me if you have any question. Those that were asking how do I promote how do I promote my business in Liberia? You can come on. We can talk about it a little bit. You can tell people about your business. Come. This is a free advertisement for you. There are a few people watching right now. It's a free advertisement, but I had a great conversation with this brother. These are the kind of Liberian that we want. We want to have these Liberian who want to make a difference. We can just sit there and say, because government not doing nothing. it's true. Government has to play their part. When I see bad role in Liberia, I'm disappointed. When I see certain things not working, I feel disappointed. But we too, as a citizen, we have to play our part. So I will say that those that are doing good job, their platform will always advertise you. Those that have been following us in 2011, like I said, we created a platform long time ago before you ever heard about a lot of these social media content creator today. And the reason behind that was to promote Liberia, because after the war, there were many people like global media. They used to write all kinds of stuff about Liberia, and that's when I decided to create this platform. But when I first created it, I two things happened. One, it was hard because I was in the US trying to go to school. And so finding somebody back home, is one of the Liberian story. I went through a couple of people before my team right now. And my team is really good right now. I'm very pleased with them, 100%. They are working hard. Number two, I never used to put my face on this platform because I told myself it's not about me. It is about Liberia. It's about promoting Liberia. So we are working. If you are watching from Facebook, know that we post a lot of the video on YouTube more than Facebook. Facebook, a lot of time we share things about Liberia on Facebook. But if you want to watch a lot of our videos, you can always follow us. The name right there, Liberian TV, and you'll see a lot of the video we do. We do a lot of press conferences. We tell people stories. Sometimes we will interview somebody. And one of the things that inspired me recently to say, you know what, sometimes we should interview people, because there's this guy who was doing rock crushing business. That's the thing. You will break the rock and then sell the rock. And so we decided to, one of my person, she went and interviewed Sally. She interviewed the guy. His name is Solomon. And Solomon explained his story. A lot of people feel bad for him. And somebody went and decided to, the person said, you know why? I will buy all the rocks you say you've been breaking or crushing for a long time. Saying nobody to buy it, I'll buy that rock. I want to help you. I really don't need the rock. I just want to help you. So the guy went and bought the rock from Solomon. And he told Solomon, every Saturday, I will buy the rock from you too. This Solomon guy who was struggling, who told his story how sometimes his wife will come, that they don't have food. He has children, and I think 4 children or more, that they don't have food in the house and people not buying his rock. This guy, when he started getting money, he didn't buy fancy clothes to be bluffing around. The first thing he did, he employed like 4 Liberians, 4 people to help him crush his rock, because he has an investor now who want to buy his rock. And for that reason, so then these people started helping him. But one of the things that I saw in the story was this guy, his mindset to help other people, giving other people job too. He didn't go and start buying a lot of fancy stuff. Oh, I was struggling now. They said me wear something. He went and took care of his family, of course, but he also went and started buying. He hired the 4 different persons to work with him. And for me, that really inspired me. It made me to say, man, this platform, we have to do more. We need to keep encouraging people. We need to tell people story. And yeah, so I'm very excited to be doing this. So if anybody want to come on before I go, if you have any question regarding this platform, what we do and how we do it, Liberian TV Network is a platform on Facebook, YouTube. We will be doing our Instagram, will be active. But we are on Instagram, it's just that we are not too active there. But we are more active on YouTube. People know us for years. Since 2011, we are one of the most subscribed YouTube, I think, in more than some of the top media companies in Liberia. And we are also, we just started on Facebook not too long ago, but we more than 16,000, almost 17,000 subscribers, followers. So if you are watching from YouTube, go follow us on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, go follow us on YouTube, Liberian TV Network. If you type that, I think by the time you say Liberian TV, you'll already see a pop-up on YouTube. Yeah, but if you want to watch all the happening, recently we started posting all kinds of videos. Yake Koduba press conference, all kinds of videos, interviewing different lawmakers, getting their point of view, different people. So if you want to see the type of video, you want to know what happening in Liberia through the video, you can go to our YouTube page. If you want to see pictures, you can go to our Facebook page. We post there a lot and share things with people, what's going on. Sometimes we will post another African country picture to show our people how other our neighbors them look. One of the things I want to say, shout out to our, as much as I want to thank our Liberian for always supporting us, I want to say shout out to our Sierra Leonean brothers and sisters too. They've been following us a lot on Facebook. So I want to say shout out to them. But anyway, if anybody want to advertise their business or they want to come, you have a business in Liberia, you want to come on the platform to talk about your business, you can email us liberiantv@gmail.com. Somebody will get in touch with you, and somebody will get in touch with you, and then we will bring you on the show. Or if your business is in Liberia, we can send one of our people there. They will tour the business, and so people see how your business look, and we will provide all the informations. So if you want to do that, that's it. But if nobody want to come, I want to say thank you to everybody who been watching. And one of our comment, the person who comment the best comment of the day, because the person who was commenting the whole time is Miata. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. You are such a good. I think you are one of the like-minded Liberian. I'm sure you're a Liberian. But I look forward to helping promote your business in Liberia. We will respond to your email if you already send the email. I want to say thank you to Harry Kakula because more comments too. I saw a few comments. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching. You guys, because of you, I'm here. If you were doing this show without viewers, thank you to those who share this live. I hope you guys can share this live because that brother who was on this platform, he did a great job. He told people, he very encouraging, very inspiring. Those are the kind of people who, when you watch the video, you'll get motivated, or he will help other people to do stuff. And that's what we've been doing on this platform. Like, I've been interviewing people who have inspired people on this platform. For me, it's not about what I'm doing. It's more about what Liberian TV Network can do to help people, to improve people, to motivate people, to have different way of media thing in Liberia, where it's not all about politics. Sometimes you bring a business person, you bring a non-profit organization here, that they come on the show and tell what they are doing in Liberia. We can always think about this drama, and we can let this drama to mess up our minds. We have to also bring positive things about Liberia, and this is what the platform is about. I'm not saying that every day I will come on here and say everything is milk and honey about Liberia. There will come a time we post things about trash in the city to encourage our leader to do something. Who is the mayor in that city? Do something. But most of the time, you'll see positive things about Liberia, and we are not one-sided. We are not. I'm not saying I'm against this president. I'm in favor of this president. It's not how it's going to be. If it's real, it's real. If it's bad, it's bad. That's just the kind of mindset. So those that haven't followed us on Facebook, our YouTube page is almost 30,000. It's 29, going to 30,000 followers. Let's keep pushing that number up. Whenever we post video, you guys share our video. Our Facebook page, we say 17. We're going to. My goal is Facebook is easy for you to get followers. I don't know if same we started, I think 3 months ago. We started the platform a long time ago, but we became real active 3 to 6 months ago. And so far we have about 16 going to 17,000. So in less period of time. So it made me realize that, man, it's all the time I've been doing YouTube. If that was on Facebook, we will have more than 300,000 by now. But anyway, so if you are on YouTube, go follow us on Facebook. And thank you to Bernie Maluba for coming from See Liberia Clearly. I appreciate her a lot. They made my interview very easy. For me, I'm usually good behind the camera, backstage. That's what I do for a living abroad. I'm more like work with some of the big superstars in America and all the big names you ever heard about. But I'm not a guy who can be on the camera. That's why when I started this platform, I used to hide my face, And I used to say it's not about me, it's about Liberia too. And also, I want to say thank you to Prince Sagba from True Liberia for coming on this platform. I appreciate him a lot. And of course, Newton Gborway, thank you so much for for coming on the show. I think you inspire a lot of people. I think I said it already. And to all our viewers, I will try to do them once a week because sometimes my job get in the way. Until I can find, I really want to find somebody good who can do live videos and interview every day. I'm not talking about somebody in not just in Liberia but other places too. Somebody who can commit to doing live videos, interviewing people because sometimes my schedule get in the way, so I don't usually have the time to do it. Um, but I will try my best to. I will do my best to come here every week to do a to interview one person, two person. I used to do this live interview all the time, but then jobs start getting in the way, so I rather leave that with somebody who wants to do it. But thank you again so much for coming on the show, the platform. I had a great interview today. It's always good having few people in the live. It helps you to really to make the conversation better. If you're just sitting here like I'm doing right now talking, yeah, it doesn't do well. So thank you again, guys. I want to see some followers after this live. So please share this live and not just about the follower too, but so people can see the better video. If I can have few people share this live, it will be great. That's the best thing you can do for people like us. It's not about giving us money. It's about helping to support our platform by sharing it with other people. And then the more view we have, the better. And for me, I want to get this platform to a certain level. So, because what we want to do is to inspire people. And the more people following us, the more sharing happening, and the more people, these stories that we are trying to tell will go across. But thank you anyway. I will see you guys next time. Yeah, thank you for the encouragement for watching. Bye bye.